welcome to Three-Way Dance, a brand new wrestling podcast just for your ears. I'm MakonCrayley, and I'm joined here today by Ryan Schramm of Twitter fame.
Yeah, I don't really know how to dance, so bear with me with this.
Look, it's easy. Let's go 1-2 step. It's very easy. And I'm also joined here today by Ali.
Hey, it's AliRock OG.
And today we are doing the Wrestlemania 17 X-Seven, if you would.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing a overview and a review, looking back into the past.
Indeed.
And
Now, now speaking for myself, I started getting into wrestling in 2006 mostly. So I had never seen this pay-per-view start to finish before.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen Rock Austin, I've seen Shane, Vince, I've seen the big matches, but I've never seen it from start to finish.
Oh, wow. That's actually... yeah, you're not really going back to the past guy, aren't you?
I'm very much not. Just a quick note on me as a wrestling fan. I am one of those ones who believe that the best wrestling is happening right now, and there's too much going on to spend too much time looking back. So,
I mean, you know what, fair?
These two sit me in front of 1990s All Japan, Clockwork Orange style, to get me to appreciate.
I mean, look, we have to. We have to get people to watch the good fucking King's Road sit.
it's the greatest.
It is.
And
it's the best wrestling.
Coming on that note, I am very different, where I love looking at the past. In fact, okay, this event was actually my choice, so I picked this one. And the reason is that I was a wrestling fan since approximately 2002, 2003. I was very young, but when I was a young kid, then I used to always watch wrestling DVDs, right? And my favorite two were best WWF matches of 2001 and just WrestleMania 17 in general.
Ooh.
So this is basically one of the greatest shows of my childhood, basically. So that's why this was my first pick for what we should watch.
Nice. Do you remember what was on like that first DVD, like the Best Matches DVD?
The best matches of 2001 DVD.
Yeah.
It had quite a few from this show. It had like some Royal Rumble 2001 matches in there.
Oh,
It was pretty good.
A lot of matches.
Compilation.
Nice.
Man Power Trip,
Yeah.
Benoit and Jericho.
Yeah.
Benoit Jericho is there for sure. I remember.
Hell yeah. And I started watching like I don't know why I'm doing like the fucking podcast. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I need to be more natural. I don't know how to do that because I'm a weird person. Yeah, I like fucking. I started watching wrestling in 2006, like late 2006, which we'll find out on another episode. And I love all things wrestling. I love the past stuff, I love the present stuff. Like, I didn't like the 2010 stuff for the most part because that era sucked for like WWE and TNA. New Japan was good, but yeah. I just love I love fun wrestling. I love the goofy stuff. I love the serious stuff. I love wrestling. It is my passion.
So, broad strokes, going through the show, how did you guys feel about the whole show?
Honestly, I like it started off actually pretty rough, to be fair.
Yeah.
We'll get to
so obviously in our heads we think WrestleMania 17 it's goated, right? But overall, I would say for a WWE WWF show, it is goated. But we need to remember, it still is a WWE WWF show, so it's not gonna be straight banger after banger after banger. There is gonna be time waste. There is gonna be some nonsense.
Yeah.
You have to understand that that's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah,
So
true.
with that in mind, it was still it was a fantastic show. If you keep this in mind, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, when I did the whole, when I got into it, I was watching and none of it was bad. Well, I mean, some of it was bad. Like that it wasn't a bad show, but I also didn't feel like I was watching the greatest show of all time either. Like,
it kind of
maybe it was the expectations, but like Ali said, like it's a matter of like context. Like you gotta understand what wrestling was in 2001. Like you're not going to get, like you said, banger after banger after banger. Not in North America at least.
Yeah, cause like, at least for my money, like it kind of gets there in the end, but like you have to slog through like that first like hour and a half. Actually, not even yeah, like the first hour even.
I didn't mind that first hour, but again, it just wasn't like it. I didn't feel like I was watching one of the greatest wrestling shows of all time either.
I think fair. But let us,
Well, yeah, I was just thinking that, especially that I think the first hour or so was a lot of it was just unnecessary. But then again, as I said, that's just comes with the package, isn't it?
Yeah.
If in an ideal world, you cut out a lot of stuff from this show and make it like a 2 hour, 2.5 hour show, this would be like ridiculously good. But that's never gonna happen, though, is it? Even today,
definitely. Definitely not. Like, I mean, at least for today, like, you have way more like good wrestlers, like, than at the time. Because, like, I mean, obviously you had like the Jerichos, you had the Benoits and all that, like at this time the Regals, but like at the same time you had like the fucking right to censor back then, whereas now you have. Yeah.
We'll get to it. Like, so is there any thoughts anyone has on like before the first match? Like, any thoughts on the opening of the show? I completely forgot that we had a. I'm just gonna say for the whole show, like I completely forgot that this show had the pairing of Jim Ross and Heyman.
Oh yeah.
And I love this pairing. Like,
I thought it was
like
phenomenal.
Everybody talks about like, oh, the legend, like all the modern day issues about Jerry Lawler aside, like everyone talks about how Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler is the most iconic commentary duo, but this was one of the best pairings of all time.
Oh
in my opinion.
Yeah, because like they only just started like a few weeks ago.
Great.
Like their banter back and forth.
Exactly, and Heyman was dropping a lot of funny jokes as well, but he was giving some genuine, information as well at the same time. It was quite interesting to hear. Like at one point, he mentions like the New Japan Dojo as well. At one point,
wait, does he?
I made a specific note of that. Like I made specific note of like, and I was like, wow, a New Japan shout in WWF.
I completely missed that. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I think it was during the Angle Benoit match. He mentions it.
Okay, no, that makes sense then, yeah.
Yeah, but then
yeah,
we do have to dive into the match surrounding one man tricking another into drinking their piss.
Oh man! Oh yeah, fucking the intro to Mania is like super fucking weird because like it's just a bunch of random like cowboys like watching wrestling.
Yeah, it was a very strange opening video, and they say it's celebration of life. I'm not sure why, a wrestling show is a celebration of life, but sure.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of women dancing, like there's a bunch of people just watching TV on like the smallest fucking TVs possible, including like one of those handheld, like those tiny handheld deals that are like, the quality would be fucking awful to watch wrestling on that.
I'm sure people used to do that, man.
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, at the time, yeah, like it would have been like the only thing they had because like they didn't have like smartphones yet. Like they barely even had like flip phones. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm sitting here like they show the whole like the storefront, like the kids watching in the storefront, and it's like, do you think that store's paying $50 for the pay-per-view?
The store's closed as well. Why the fuck? Why the TV's on?
But here's the thing: I recognize these clips, like that gentleman with the cowboy hat carrying the haystack. Like these are clips from the people tuning into the TV during the Jack Swagger Alberto Del Rio TV promo.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. What?
Yes. we will talk about this later, but they reused some of those clips.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I did not know that. Oh man. Okay.
And I love the contrast as well. Everyone is so like happy. They're enjoy celebration of life. You have these like I think some sort of South Asian women, like traditional women, and they're dancing, and then it cuts into WrestleMania with Limp Bizkit music playing.
Yeah.
You gotta love to see it.
Was there anything more early 2000s than Limp Bizkit?
True.
And you know what? Like what I don't care what people say. Like My Way bangs, and so does Rollin' for that matter.
So does Crack Addict, which was the Mania 19 theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even know what that song is.
I forgot.
I'm a crack addict. I'm addicted to crack.
But I also think obviously it's not WrestleMania 3, but it's one of the first WrestleManias to be done in like a big stadium instead of like the typical arena. So I mean, this is a big deal for WWF.
True. Like it's pretty much the stage where like it sort of evolved into that WrestleMania, you know.
Yeah. First WrestleMania of the 21st century.
Snickers Crunches presents WrestleMania X-Seven. Ryan, are Snickers Crunches still around?
I don't know. I don't really care for peanuts, so I was always a Milky Way guy.
Fair enough. All right, we open up.
You're our American correspondent. You should know this information.
You're our confectionery guy.
I mean, they come out with, you don't even realize what they come out with these days. Like, they literally have a chocolate frosted donut flavored Kit Kat now.
You fucking what?
Wait, what? Chocolate,
chocolate coated. Can you repeat that?
I'm sending you a pic because, fuck it.
You know what? Yeah, send us a pic. I'll throw it up on screen.
Yeah, put the picture of the screen.
Put on the Jumbotron. King size chocolate frosted donut Kit Kat. What the fuck is this?
It's not bad.
Okay, fair enough.
Donut flavored milk chocolate. Huh.
Oh, the more you know.
But yeah, so we got ourselves an Intercontinental title match.
Indeed, Chris Jericho versus William Regal. Jericho, give me 1 second. And oh god, no! Oh no! I'm losing it. Okay, Jericho has been champion at this point for 70 days. He won the title at the Royal Rumble from Chris Jericho in a ladder match.
Oh, wait! Chris Jericho won the title from Chris Jericho.
I mean, no, Chris Benoit. I mean, sorry.
That was the 2001 Royal Rumble match we were talking about, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think I've actually seen.
So You've seen that?
So you two know this take of mine, and I've had it not in my back pocket. I've said it openly for years, but it's time to throw this out there, guys. We need to have a talk about William Regal.
It's about how great he is. Yes.
We need to have a talk about how William Regal's decade-plus tenure as like a on-screen legacy character has tricked people into thinking he's better than he was.
Now, hey, you better pick your words right here.
Absolutely agree.
Now, wait, hang on a minute. You both need to pick your words right here.
I am saying William Regal had a hand in training Bryan Danielson, one of the greatest, if not the greatest wrestler of all time. So let's acknowledge that.
Yep. People
think that somehow translates into William Regal being a Bryan Danielson level talent. Again, you're clearly taking a stance against this, so I'll challenge you here. Name your top 5 William Regal matches.
Bryan Danielson, Cesaro, fucking what was the
I feel like my point's already proven at this point.
I mean, it's like the Punk match is pretty good. Actually, the hero match. Like most of them are like from this late period.
Yes, and here's the thing: all of those matches you can describe as, what about that match? That match was pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
And they're all against world-class wrestlers as well.
Yeah, imagine that.
And there's nothing wrong with your ceiling being pretty good. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But it's also, not the level that people see. Like, you stand there and you watch him slap Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson in the face, and they respect the hell out of him, and it makes people think, oh, wow, this guy's like a wrestling god. No, he's just
pretty good.
Pretty good at the fundamentals.
Like, okay, here's the thing.
Nothing
Like,
wrong.
I say
And a good teacher.
I say he's above the fundamentals, but like, he's more like a character guy than anything.
I think even more than that, it's his like teaching skills and knowledge and wisdom for younger wrestlers. I think that's why he's so respected.
I mean, I hate to drop this card, but is it possible that he has aura?
Oh no, not aura!
Is it? But that's the thing. Like, if you can just do stuff, and people think you're like a god for it, is it because you have aura? I don't know. It's a question. But what he doesn't have is the Intercontinental Championship after this match.
True.
Or before this match.
I mean, yes. I mean, he wins
Oh, yes,
at
but
some point.
I was segueing it back to. I was trying to do a seamless segue.
Well, let's segue right into the angle, because I don't even understand this angle. Like, he becomes the commissioner. Also, at this point, his eye is like super fucking like Christopher Daniels out. Like, it is just bloody as fuck.
That's a weird way of phrasing it, but okay.
I mean, like, it's the best way I can describe it. It's like, he fucked his eye up at some point, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Jericho just insults him, like, Regal puts him in the handicap matches, and then Jericho pisses in his tea, and then dresses like Doink, because that's what Chris Jericho does.
Even to this day.
To this day, he is still dressed as Doink. He is a clown.
Well, no. Who did he dress up as at that CMLL show?
Oh, Mystico. Well, even like, is it Mystico?
Jericho.
Actually, what's he going by now? Is it still Mystico, or?
I think he's gone back to Mystico, I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. He got Mystico back, and then the new Mystico became Drelistico.
Oh, yeah, to me, Mystico.
Because it's a combination of Mystico and the fact that he used to be Dragon Lee, Drelistico.
Wait, hang on, that Dragon Lee is a different Dragon Lee?
No, the
Isn't
Dragon Lee you're thinking of, that's in WWE, is the one that you're thinking of. He is another of Rush's brothers.
Ah.
Yeah, Drelistico is like their younger brother, I think, right?
Yeah. He was...
No, I think he's the middle one. I think Rush is the oldest, then Drelistico, then Dragon Lee. Yeah?
He was Dragon Lee, then he became Mystico. His younger brother became the Dragon Lee we know today, and when the other Mystico came back, he went and became Drelistico. I think. I have no idea.
Okay, but where does Hunico come into this?
Don't ask.
So, one thing I did notice in this match, just because like I feel like I spent a lot of time shitting on Regal. I want to say I did like that he did a modified version of the Regal stretch that put more pressure on the shoulder. I just thought that was a nice little tweak he did because of the story of being told of injuring Jericho's arm.
Oh yeah, true. I feel like Rico actually did like a lot of like really nice stuff. Like he does a fucking a super cool like leg pick, but like that gets counted into a pin, and then he counts it and like it gets counted into a Wolves attempt.
Oh yeah, like
what's that?
He also did, but I mean, he also did a top rope butterfly suplex.
He did.
Oh yeah.
But
butterfly suplex off top rope.
The thing is, even regardless of these kind of things, I'm not gonna lie, the match felt like a Raw match rather than a WrestleMania match.
Oh, it definitely did. And part of that is going to be the finish, because today I know that the Lion Salt, I mean, not anymore, but the Lion Salt was a finisher level move for Jericho. I don't know how established it was, but it felt like the crowd was very surprised that Jericho won with that move. Like they weren't expecting the finish.
I was very surprised that it ended with like the Lion Salt.
Yeah, me too.
Like it genuine, like, honestly, the finish, like, pretty much came exactly, like, right out of nowhere, because, like, they have, like, you know, a pretty good match, and then, like, Jericho just throws him into a turnbuckle, does the bulldog, like, suplexes him, and then does the lion shot for the win, like, out of nowhere. It's like, it feels like the match needed, like, at least 3 more minutes.
I mean, I would disagree. I think that match did not need to go longer. I think that match did not need to exist, to be honest. It felt like a waste of time.
I think, now, I admit that for a lot of things, we're going to have the case of we weren't watching at the time. We aren't going to get, like, the full context. I was watching off and on, like, I was probably 9 years old when this stuff was building, or 10 years old. I do remember, like, people hated Regal. Like, he was a heel that people were booing. Like, I think it was appropriate to have him, you know, get a big loss at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's fine. But then why wrestle this kind of match? It felt, I don't know, it didn't feel like the opening match of WrestleMania.
Yeah, you know what I would have done? And I think generally people were lower on this. I would have swapped this in the European title match. I think the European title match would have been a hotter opener.
Oh, absolutely. True.
But we'll get to that when we get to that, because next we got Shane arriving with his WCW vanity plate limo.
Yep. Yeah.
Remember when they tried to present WCW as the face of this?
Yes.
Which the weird thing is, like, if you actually know the story, WCW is the babyface of this. But because it's the WWF and it's a bunch of WWF fans, it was never going to work out.
Yeah, because, like, the plan was, like, they were going to make WCW, like, its own show, and, like, they would be the babyfaces, but then that was like, oh, no, I'm just going to do a fucking victory lap instead. And, yeah, it just became fucking bullshit.
Speaking of fucking bullshit, we get, like, does the APA, do they know that they don't have any walls? It's just a door?
Look, I mean, you have to respect the door, unless you're a cameraman.
I mean, that is what I'm talking about. Aura, like they have aura walls. People know not to bypass the doors.
Ollie, it's not a fucking domain expansion. It's just a fucking door.
Here's the thing.
It's like the Dark Souls fog.
Oh, no.
When I was 10 years old, I used to fuck with the APA. I used to, like, love watching, like, Farouk and Bradshaw. Going back, I can't see Bradshaw anymore. It's just JBL with long hair.
Dude, Bradshaw was super fucked this entire promo. Like, okay, I wrote down his entire promo verbatim because he says it so quickly and so Bradshaw-y that it's so hard to make out what the fuck he's going on about.
Yeah, I had no idea what he was talking about. I didn't know he was so fluent in Japanese, but, you know, what did he say?
Okay, here is what he says verbatim. Relax my ass. You know what place we're in? This is the Astrodome. This is where I used to come with my daddy to watch Bum Phillips not wearing his cowboy hat because his mama said don't wear a hat indoors. Calling the place for Kenneth the Snake Stabler to hand off to Tyler Rose, Earl Campbell, while 70,000 people chanted, "Love You Blue." It's the same place a big corn-fed boy from Alvin, Texas, 45 miles from here. It's not 45 fucking miles from there, it's like 20-something. Named Nolan Ryan used to throw 100 miles per hour fastballs. The same place Tough Hedeman used to hang on to bulls like he was Velcro. The same place the badass animal Bodacious used to destroy cowboys' egos. He's talking about a fucking actual bull there.
Yeah.
You don't understand. It's WrestleMania. Hearts are gonna be broke. Legends are gonna be made. Egos are gonna be shattered. And asses are gonna be kicked. We have a match. Let's go!
I understand no more of what he said now than I did when he said it in the show.
I had to loop that like multiple times to fucking transcribe that shit. I had to Google like all of those names.
I just want to throw this out there just as a nice little tangent that has nothing to do with anything else in the show, or even anything to do with the promo itself. But I'm the middle of three boys. My older brother is named after my mother's grandfather. My younger brother is named after my father's grandfather. I am named after Nolan Ryan.
Wow. Okay, we have actual fucking connection here. I was not expecting that. Actually, fuck.
Yes.
Can you throw a 100-mile-per-hour fastball?
No, that's why Nolan Ryan is a legend.
Ah, true.
Yeah,
You guys
I just
don't-
googled
You guys
him.
don't get it. You guys don't get it.
See, I'm not a baseball guy. I'm not American. I'm Australian.
Yeah, I just googled him. He seems pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
But the point is, I don't have a point.
The point
neither does
is,
Right to Censor.
it's Taz and the APA versus the Right to Censor. Bull Buchanan looks like
Yeah,
fucking
we need
an
to talk about
inflated
Bull
LA
Buchanan.
Knight.
We will get to Bobby Can, but I have to say something real quick about the entrances because my brothers and I played WrestleMania 2000. We played No Mercy all the time.
Yep.
So, when people do their entrances, you only hear like the first 8 seconds of it. I don't think I ever realized that the Right to Censor theme had a beat to it.
Oh yeah, it does. Like it's actually not a bad song when you actually get to the beat.
What do you mean it's not a bad song? It's a bunch of sirens.
Yes, it's sirens and a beat.
And warning.
It's not bad.
And also during the entrance, I did personally I popped for Jim Ross referring to them as extremists and Heyman objecting to the use of the word extreme.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was quite funny as well.
yeah, he does not. He doesn't fuck with that at all.
But speaking of themes, Taz's theme is still GOAT tier.
Oh hell yeah! Like it's still incredible. It's still basically the Seal theme.
But I have a question.
Go on.
What does 13 actually mean?
It's unlucky.
Is that literally what it is?
I'm sure there's like another meaning for it, but like it's the unlucky number, and Taz is the unlucky man, especially in WWF.
So I'm gonna say something that's gonna seem against the grain here. I didn't hate this.
I didn't hate Bull Buchanan's fucking crazy run the rope start clothesline.
I did not hate you know what this was to me? This was like at WrestleMania 30 when we got the Shield versus Kane and the New Age Outlaws.
Huh. That's actually a pretty apt comparison.
It was quick. It beat up some heels that people didn't like. It didn't overstay its welcome. And my favorite thing of this whole thing is Jim Ross giving Stevie Richards shit because he was wearing white socks.
What? I completely missed that. I was too into the fucking source of JR calling fucking Stan Hansen little Stan Hansen.
Oh yeah, that was one thing. But I mean, my highlight of the match was, as we mentioned, Bull Buchanan and jumping on the ropes like Manami Toyota. But
that's a literal
I was in
first
shock
fucking
from that.
move too. Bull Buchanan was he realized this was his last WrestleMania. He's going out with a fucking bang.
One thing I did viscerally hate just from previous trauma, as I've said, we played a lot of WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy, and the default tag team move was that aided powerbomb, and I just hate that move so much.
Oh god, yeah, true.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm pretty sure they do it basically the exact same way the animation's done.
Yeah. Now, you guys know me. You guys know that my memory is weird.
Yeah, that's cool.
In that I can sit here and tell you the entire WWE United States Championship title history, but I don't remember why I walked into the kitchen. That's it. I completely forgot that Val Venus was part of the Right to Censor.
Oh yeah. To be fair, I would also like to forget Val Venus.
I mean, yes, we all would, but I remember the Good Father.
Good Father? Oh yeah, Good Father's
Ivory.
classic.
I remember Ivory.
Of course.
I remember Bull Buchanan.
Yep.
I did not remember Val Venus was part of this.
Yeah, no, he was done making porno at that point.
I also remember that in No Mercy, because Big Show just wasn't in the game at all because they like sent him to OVW or something in that time frame. That game's like career story mode was just reenacting actual WWF storylines.
Yeah.
Stevie Richards was in Big Show's place in all those stories.
Steven Richards.
And that's where a very famous meme about Steven Richards comes from.
Indeed.
Relating to a man we'll see later on in the show.
A classic.
You guys remember when Seth Rollins pinned Roman Reigns to take Steven Richards' WWE Championship?
Yeah, of course. You remember when Steven Richards broke the streak?
Do you remember when Steven Richards won the heavyweight championship in a 3-way?
Remember he won a 5-way?
Remember when Stevie Richards founded the Kiss My Ass Club?
Oh no! Not the Steven Richards Kiss My Ass Club.
I will just, on a tangent, I do sometimes wonder how Taz's career would have panned out if he was just a little bit taller.
If he just wasn't another victim. Honestly, he was, like, Taz was actually kind of super fucked up in this match. Like, he was kind of tripping all
Taz
over
was
himself.
bizarre. He was very strange. I don't know if he was injured or what, but he was very sloppy. That was weird.
I mean, he got big booed at one point, so, like, I don't know if he got, like, rocked by that or what, but, yeah.
Well, I mean, so something that was kind of weird for, like, I should have looked this up beforehand, but when was the first episode of SmackDown?
90, the premiere or, like, the actual very first one?
When was the first episode of SmackDown?
It was April 99.
Yeah, because the way that Jim Ross was talking about it, he still was talking about it like, you know, this nice little side show that you can watch if you like. Like, he was just saying, like, you know, if you tune into SmackDown.
No, SmackDown at this point was, like, actually, it kind of still was, like, a side show. Because, like, it didn't become, like, you know, SmackDown until, like, fucking 2002.
Yeah, the branch. But, yeah, I think he would mention that Taz was already doing some commentary for SmackDown at that point.
Oh, yeah, he would have been with a call at that point.
So it could just be that, you know, he...
Yeah, he's on a... Actually, no, wait, because Taz becomes tag champ, like, in January of next year.
Let's see, what else do I have on here? I did say, like, I did make a point of saying Taz hits the ropes weird.
Yeah. Like, he was, like, tripping all over himself. He was bumping off the ropes, like, fucking super weirdly.
Yeah.
So
speaking of commentary, I also find it funny how Heyman kept on dogging Texas through this match and the whole show, basically. It was kind of funny.
I mean, there are, like, I did put that in there. Like, there are multiple times to multiple times this show that he's saying, making comments about, like, oh, you know, Texas should be part of Mexico right now.
Yeah, like, that confused me, but, like, Ali explained it to me actually decently.
Yeah. So the finish was out of nowhere. The match didn't feel as short as it was, but I actually mean that as weirdly a good thing.
Oh,
like, it was really quick, but it felt like it hit all the beats it needed to. I also completely missed that this was a 6-man tag. I thought it was an 8-person mixed tag match.
Yeah, you'd think so, but, like, Jackie literally only does, like, the one DDT and that's it.
Yeah, but with, like, Speaking of things that I allowed myself to forget, though, I completely forgot about the Trish and Linda part of this story.
I mean, the Trish and Linda stuff's actually a bit like a massive part of it.
Oh yes, I did remember. My point is, I wish I didn't.
You know what, dude? Actually, yeah. Like, I mean, we'll get to that. Like, how fucked that gets. Like, once we get to the actual match, but.
Oh, also, we need to give ratings for the matches. So, what do you guys out of 10? What did you guys give for the Intercontinental title match?
That was like a 6.
I gave it like a 5.5.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 5 for me as well. So.
Nice. Like I gave.
And what about this? Okay, here's the thing. This match, okay, Blue Buchanan was cool, and I thought Bradshaw was quite good in this match, but I thought everyone else is very nothing. So I don't know what to give it. So I guess I'll just also give it a 5.
I'll give it a 6. Like, I'm not calling it like a 3-star match, but when I say like it did what it set out to do, and I respect that.
Very fair. Yeah, we get the that Stephanie segment, and now it's time for the triple threat hardcore match: Raven versus Kane versus the Big Show.
And Raven thought in a match against Kane in the Big Show, he thought it would be appropriate he would need to bring some plants, a little plastic sign.
A Frankenstein, a single scuba fin.
Oh, no, a plastic sign. You know, the little children are crossing.
Yeah,
Yep.
like Corson Man.
Yeah. You know what's my favorite part about the opening of this? Because am I correct in that because I know it wasn't for the whole 10 years of the title, but the 24/7 rule was in effect right now, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. So I like that while Kane and Raven are fighting in the ring, Big Show's still just taking his sweet time walking down because he's like, doesn't really matter if someone wins the match before I get there. I'll just beat them.
You know what? Fair. Very fair point. Heyman with a great call of fucking Kane scares the hell out of me, but I am a fearless man. and I am a fearless man even, sorry.
I also want to point out that WrestleMania 28, Cody Rhodes versus Big Show, with the whole story being Cody pointing out that Big Show has never had a WrestleMania moment. His whole WrestleMania tenure has been a joke. Like, this entire match just showed up on his little... it's got a whole segment dedicated to the fact that it was considered a big joke.
Yeah, like, Big Show didn't really do... I mean, he did, like, a fair bit, but, like, he didn't have, like, a massive... Because, like, Kane, you know, he had, like, winning... Well, first of all, winning the match, and, like... But also, like, you know, throwing Raven through the fucking glass. Whereas Big Show's big fucking moment was, like, he didn't fucking lock the cage door.
Yeah, it was...
He got slammed into a salad.
Okay, before we get to the backstage part, when they were wrestling actually at the, you know, the arena and stage,
Yeah, in the crowd.
they went into the crowd, and we could not see anything.
Yeah.
And it made me think, okay, this crowd fighting, it's cool in a video game, but in real life, it's not that good. You can't see anything in person or on TV half the time.
Yeah.
You guys know this about me. I hate any time the action exits the ring.
Yeah.
But how boring do you think it was for the crowd when they got backstage?
I mean, probably, like... I think it depends on, like... I think going backstage can work if the action's, like, snappy. Like, if you go to one spot after another, like, as quickly as you can.
So here's the thing. So they're backstage. Big Show goozles Kane, getting ready to do the chokeslam.
Yep.
He's still taunting and shouting, who are you shouting to?
I mean, look, he just shouted. He's... Dude, fucking Big Show shouting, like, just random bullshit is fucking amazing. Because when he goozles Kane, he goes fucking, that's how you want to play? Well, screw you! Right here on the floor! Ah!
Here's the real question, though. Was Raven supposed to crash that golf cart?
No! Dude, he almost fucking ended WrestleMania right there.
But I think him crashing just made it so much funnier.
It did. Oh, it did.
Everything was going wrong for Raven. He was getting the hell beaten out of him. He was barely hitting anyone with anything.
Dude, he almost got fucking run over by Kane.
Yeah, dude, he almost died.
I thought, like, is it possibly that Big Show and Raven's combined weight was too heavy so he couldn't turn?
That's actually possible, yeah.
This definitely isn't the heaviest that Big Show gets, though. So
yeah, I mean, true. Yeah, but we nearly entered the split timeline where fucking, you know, the show went off the air. Like, it's same fucking timeline as, like, where Tommy Dreamer actually goes through his plan.
I was about to mention that when you said split timeline.
I mean, this is the company that kept running the show after Owen Hart. There was no stopping the show.
I mean, true. I mean, look, they would probably keep running the actual show, but like no one's gonna fucking see it.
So
Unless they had like a
this is
backup
just
cable.
so this kind of point shows like how modern wrestling has influenced me in the sense that like when they were on the stage, Big Show was like all wobbly against the screen. I was like, okay, now Kane's gonna tackle him through it. I'm like, oh, I guess we just haven't gotten to the point where that's a spot yet.
Yeah, actually, yeah, true. Like, cause I think they have done like some things close to that. Like they do the fucking like Rhinos, like Gore's Jericho through the fucking SmackDown set, like in September.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, this is the year of Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon, right?
Oh yeah, true. That's fucking very soon, actually.
So the finish, though. Now, was that Kane doing a elbow drop off the stage?
I mean, it was. He said like JR said it's a leg drop. If it wasn't fucking
Yeah, I
missed.
thought it was just a leg drop that completely missed. It was.
I was gonna say, like, if it's an elbow drop, I can. If it's an elbow drop, I can get it. If it was a leg drop, that's as big a miss I've seen since Uncle Howdy on LA Knight.
Yeah, because he does hit. He just barely hits the fucking elbow drop. So yeah.
Also, what is all that like powder or smoke? Was that supposed to be smoke or powder coming out when they slammed down?
See, I was also wondering that, and whenever they do these big falls, I know obviously they can't do it onto a hard floor or injure the wrestlers. But it looks so silly. Like, why is there just some like crash pad there for no reason? And
I mean, come on, what you cannot hate on wrestling using crash pads. Yet we'll get to another spot later.
oh yeah, true. But yes, Kane is the new hardcore champion. Also, just I guess to note, like fucking Raven, like he was champion for 13 days.
That sounds
that's very
like a
good
long
for
time.
that era.
Yeah, actually, a pretty long time, like considering circumstances.
13 days, so 13 multiplied by 24 gives us 312. So under 24/7 rules, he was defending his title for 312 hours.
Oh hell yeah!
Like, I also just want to point out that between the angle the ref was at and all the smoke or powder or whatever in the air, there was no way he could see Big Show's shoulders. I'm calling bull.
I mean, look, that counts didn't even count it. He was counting on the side, not the ground.
I don't think that's part of the rules, but I think this match was a fix.
Oh, I can't
Kane paid off the referee.
He did. Oh my god. Oh wow. He paid him like his two fucking sleeves. He was just.
He also paid off the Big Show because he missed the leg drop and he still pinned him.
This match was stupid, but it was fun.
It was
I'm
fun.
giving it a 7.
I mean, I would give it a 6.
I agree.
The match was mostly fucking walking and brawling. Like it had some great
it was,
spots,
but
like,
the window spot is too iconic. I mean, the Rockmaster did it much better, but the window spot was too iconic. I think S7 for me as well.
Backstage, we have Kurt Angle. He is watching himself tap out to Chris Benoit.
Hey, he did not tap out. It was not a match. There was no referee.
True.
He did not tap out.
It was not official. He never officially tapped.
I can't put my finger on it, but like this is one of those like promos that they would write and hand over to someone today. But when Kurt does it, it's so damn compelling.
Dude, Kurt Angle is like that guy in terms of promos. Like he could make any fucking thing work.
Yeah, as in obviously most of the time I guess acting in wrestling, it's very bad, right? Nobody talks like the way most wrestlers do in the promos. It's a bit very unnatural. But I don't know. This way Kurt Angle is doing it, it was not too bad. Like when Edge and Christian came, then again it sounded again just like like the fake wrestling voice way of talking. But with Kurt Angle when he was doing it, it sounded okay.
Yeah, because like here's the thing, like Angle for some reason. Like, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, but, like, he plays, like, the greatest fucking idiot ever.
Yeah.
Like it's such a fucking amazing like juxtaposition. Like he still is one of the goats. Like goddamn.
So, I don't know what part of this show threw me off more. Big Show with hair, Kurt Angle with hair, or Jonathan Coachman with hair.
But you're not thrown off by fucking Jimmy Snooker about to hit the Superfly Blast in WWF
Oh,
New
yeah.
York?
WWF New York. How about that?
Oh man, but yeah, Jonathan Coachman interviews an Australian woman. She's my people.
Yeah, so I have a bone to pick with you and your people.
Oh yeah.
Are you telling me that Aussie Open didn't invent the oi 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 chant?
No, that's been a thing for
Are you
fucking
kidding me?
decades.
Dude,
Oh, sure.
are you serious?
Oh, sure. No.
Okay, good.
Look,
You had me very worried.
I don't even know how old they would have been. Like, are they younger than us, or are they old? I don't even know how old they are.
They gotta be younger than us.
Probably.
No, not me.
Oh, well, I mean, not you. You're like, what, 13 at this point? I mean, not at this point, but like at this point right now. Today's day.
Yes, I started watching wrestling in 2002, and I'm 13 years old now.
Alright, so we got The Rock.
Yeah, he's in a brown shirt. He has the belt.
You know what?
Yes,
I like
The Rock arrives in the arena. See, and I thought this was super cool, right? And this is the first instance of this, but they do kind of do this throughout the show, where they're building up this main event like it's a boxing world title fight. They show the main event guys arriving, they show them backstage preparing, and it just makes the main event feel so huge. It feels like we're watching, I don't know, man, like
a super fight.
yeah, like we're watching Usyk versus Fury or something like that,
Yeah. Yeah, like,
okay, so...
it really helps to build the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. Like, see, The Rock with hair, I'm okay with.
The Rock with hair is classic. The Rock without hair
as long
is
as
like...
it's not the 1996 hair.
Yeah.
So, when Eddie Guerrero comes out, because up next is the European Championship match.
Yep.
My brain, as soon as he comes out, my brain, not him, but goes, is that Scotty Too Hottie? And then I'm like, no, that's just a hat. Wait, is that Buff Bagwell?
Dude,
yeah,
fucking
Perry Saturn looked so funny. What was he wearing?
So Perry Saturn in fuzzy hat, lug shirt, and jeans is like the definitive, like, this is the early fucking 2000s fit. Like, the 90s aren't fully dead yet, but it's almost there.
And that combined with his facial hair is just an overall package. I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, like, Perry Saturn is like a dude. Like, he is just a dude. It's fucking awesome. But he's like, not just a dude. He's like just, he's Perry Saturn. If that makes sense.
Perry Saturn may be a dude, but this is a test.
Oh, true. Also, fucking, they cut to, like, 3 incredibly fucked up signs, like, during Eddie's entrance, which are, Eddie Guerrero mows my lawn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the 37th Guerrero family member.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I-69, and it's pointing to a guy who's just, he's looking straight at the fucking camera, knowingly.
Yeah. But, keep in mind, this is good 4 or 5 years before the Mexicools.
True, yeah. So this is just outright racism.
Yeah. I mean, Heyman himself is just going, imagine how classy it'd be for Europe to have a Mexican as a champion. And I'm like,
What?
I'm going to gloss over that.
What?
That was a line that Heyman said. Like, imagine how classy it'd be for Europe to have a Mexican as a champion.
Pre-2010s commentary was so out of fucking pocket. Holy shit.
Meanwhile, Test is just busting out a falling powerbomb 15 seconds into the match.
Yeah, he started murdering Guerrero as soon as the match started. And
that's kind of
that brings me on to an overall point of the show that almost every match just starts off this one guy just goes straight to the other guy. There's very little like, okay, here's the start of the match. Let's try and find some grips. Let's do some wrestling. No, most of the matches in this show just start off with one guy wailing on the other guy.
Yeah,
And this match was probably the biggest example of this.
yeah, you gotta start off on it's WrestleMania!
So later on in the match, we get a nice spot of Eddie going for a top rope Frankensteiner, Test holding on, and then hitting a pretty nice diving back elbow that he got a surprising amount of distance on.
Oh, yeah. Like,
And
yeah.
then there's a spot, so Test goes for Eddie, and Eddie moves out of the way, and he goes over the rope, and he gets, like, tied up.
Mm.
Now, was that an intentional thing?
That's what I was wondering,
bravo.
too.
See, I feel like that's intentional.
Bravo. But if it's not, then bravo on Eddie for immediately pulling the ref's attention and Perry being like, all right, I'm going to use this opportunity to get some heat and, like, punch him. So my theory is he was just supposed to slip over the top rope and land on the floor, and then Perry attacks while Eddie distracts the ref.
See, I mean,
Just because of how, just because of how long it took for them to, like Eddie and the ref had to work together to get him out of the ropes.
Yeah, like, I feel like it was intentional because, like, Eddie, like, pretty much immediately after also, like, starts working the leg. But, like, that could have also just been Eddie improvising as well to, like, give Test time to, like, get his bearings back.
And if it is intentional, it brings me to the point where they used to sometimes do this kind of spot where, okay, when one guy's going over the rope and his arm or his leg or something gets trapped, right?
Yep.
But they never do that anymore. Have you guys noticed?
Yeah, no.
No. I mean, Damian Priest did it completely by accident.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
But, I mean, on purpose, though. They used to do it sometimes, but they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like, I swear there was, like, a fairly recent one where, like, they did the Andre spot, but, like, I forget when that would have been.
Oh, I don't recall.
Also, I mean, this is obvious and everyone knows it, but it needs to be said just so it can be said for posterity. Eddie Guerrero is class.
I mean, he is. He absolutely is. But he also does, like, like, his fucking rest holds, like, last forever and, like, kind of kill the momentum of the match.
Yeah, I feel like this wasn't actually his greatest performance. I feel like Test was actually more impressive than Guerrero in this match.
But we can hate on the rest hold, but I cannot hate on the application. Like, the way he just leaps and immediately wraps himself around, like, that was just brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Like, Eddie just does everything fucking fluidly. He also does, like, a super fucking good brain buster.
But then,
yes.
Test grabs him in a really nice tilt-a-whirl sidewalk slam. But then, I don't think I've ever seen this in anywhere. A fucking beautiful tilt-a-whirl powerbomb.
Yeah, spiral bomb. Like,
Never seen it.
Test. Wait, really? I think AJ does it. Actually, no, who does it? Oh,
No,
DDP
AJ does like a
does
torch
it.
rack.
Oh wait, torch rack?
But
AJ Styles does like the torture rack into the
yeah.
spinning powerbomb.
Oh no, like I mean DDP like does the spiral bomb too.
Whenever I see spiral bomb, I just see it as like spinning, like pulling him up and then spinning around. I'm talking about the fact that it was like a tilt-a-whirl beforehand.
Oh yeah. I mean fair. Actually fair. Like people really don't do it like that style. Like I'll say Test was having the match of his fucking career here.
Test was insane this match. I know Test was like pretty cool, but I didn't realize. I don't know if it's just today or just if he's just underrated or what. But he was moving absolutely mad at this match.
He has this match. Oh yeah, sorry.
I literally have in my notes here. Is Test good?
He has this match. But then he doesn't like really have this until like the Brock match, like at King of the Ring.
It's like what I know Test for, because I keep in mind, like I watched on and off in the late '90s, and I didn't start watching again until like 2006. So besides his ECW run, what I know about Test is he's got a really nice big boot.
Yep.
He used to team with Albert.
Yeah.
And he got cucked by Triple H.
You can't forget, like, the Steiner feud. You can't forget the
oh, yes,
testicles!
sir.
Oh, Ryan, you can't forget the testicles!
Max a testicle.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm a big testicle.
So this comes
You
up
want to get
in,
the chick dead.
So I don't know if so. There's some really bad reffing in this show
Yeah.
because like Eddie Guerrero just does a low blow that it feels like the ref should have seen, and then there's no way the ref didn't see Perry Saturn slip into the ring.
That happens twice. That happens twice on this fucking show, because I'm pretty sure it happens in the Benoit match.
Yep. But because here's the thing, I know that I give a lot of praise to modern wrestling, but I have to draw a comparison to Danielson Ospreay.
Oh yeah.
Because the timing of the finish there is Ospreay hits the Tiger Driver on Danielson. Danielson's spasming, but Ospreay doesn't see because he immediately turns around. At which point, Bryce Remsburg, the ref, immediately runs in and checks on him. And the timing here, because the second that Bryce Remsburg leaves Danielson's side to go talk to the ref is when Ospreay turns around, and so he doesn't see that Remsburg was checking on Danielson. He doesn't see there's anything wrong, and so he goes for the hidden blade. That is important. Like that's whereas this, I'm like, and that's what comes to mind when I'm like, I don't know who this ref is. I know some of the refs back then. I know Kyoto, I know Hebner, I know Robinson, but just it's like, dude, you can blatantly see Perry Saturn in your eyesight.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, true. And like he has to turn around.
And it's also another instance of refereeing in this show. In the first match, the opening match, I think William Regal undoes the buckle cover or something, and they're just blatantly using that exposed turnbuckle, and the referee's not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's WrestleMania. The ref doesn't give a fuck at all.
Ref standards have changed. What hasn't changed is like wrestling nowadays. When they miss a diving spot off the top rope, they land on their feet and then they do the roll forward. Yeah. We don't have enough of this brilliant Eddie missing the frog splash and just doing a straight smooth roll.
Yeah, true. Like,
and I do see that Test goes for the big boot, but then I'm a big fan of this the pump handle slam that just nice smooth. Like we need. I miss moves like this. I don't know. It's like wrestling goes through stages.
I mean, look, fucking Test Big Boot doesn't have enough bumming. Like fucking Road Dog.
But you see you missed this kind of move, but the funny thing is that I was actually thinking, what purpose does the pump handle in the pump handle slam serve? Like, what does it doesn't do anything? It ends in a regular slam. Like, what's the purpose of the pump handle part?
I think that it gives leverage to make it. Like, the setup is convoluted, but once you actually have it set up, the leverage to get them over your shoulder is easier than just picking them up fourth right.
But Test is huge. He can do it easily.
Well, then I don't know.
I'll let you.
What I also don't know is just the blatant additional poor reffing. Is no, based on his positioning, the ref did not see Dean Malenko pull Test off the pin.
No.
But he needed to know what happened.
Speaking of Dean Malenko, how can you miss Dean Malenko's shirt?
Look, Dean Malenko is a finely dressed man.
I will say that I have a memory of a completely random match just to illustrate this point.
Oh, yeah. Because
this is what I do. Randy Orton versus Christian on Raw in 2005.
What the? Okay.
During Orton's babyface run, Tomko whips Orton into the steps, and the ref turns around, and he ejects Tomko. And he's
Oh.
like, you didn't see anything. It's like, I don't have to see it. I can hear it. I'm not an idiot.
Oh.
Like the ref just outright said, I heard you slam him into the steps. I heard a noise. I turn around. He's in against the steps, and you're standing there. What the else am I going to think happened here?
See,
And that's what came. That's what came to mind with the whole. No, you didn't see Malenko break up the pin, but you very clearly know what happened.
I think that's like the same thing as like, comic book writers like figuring out who's gonna win a fight. Like, it's like you have to have like I don't even have to have like they just do like the well the ref has to be an idiot for this scene. It's like it's stupid.
I have two final thoughts.
Yep.
One, with Jordan Grace's recent post about like why you don't wrestle with earrings in because they get ripped out and stuff, I just see tests like eyebrow piercing and it's like that's just. And then second, the crazy weird Perry Saturn hat was worth it because it works on Eddie.
It does. I literally wrote that down. Like Fluffy Hat Eddie actually works.
Oh, and also, a shout out to Paul Heyman for calling Perry Saturn's move the moss-covered three-handled family grunzel.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, absolute classic. That was a good match. That was a great match, actually. Like,
yeah, I gave it. I'd give that like a 7. I'd give it a 7.
I would also say 7.
Good 7.
It would be more if it wasn't for that rest hold death spot.
We hit the jackpot here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. We hit the jackpot here, and now our prize is a Mick Foley interview with Michael Cole.
All I have written down for this segment is obligatory Foley cheap pop and Michael Cole with frosted tips.
Yep, that basically sums it up. Like, Mick Foley's gonna be the referee. He's gonna be totally impartial right here in Houston,
Straight down the middle.
Right down the middle.
And then we get Austin.
Austin's here.
Yes.
He is angry.
Austin arrives to the arena.
He is focused.
So, okay, I'm going to limit my tangents going forward, but I have to go on another one. But it is related to this.
Yep.
I got up on a soapbox a few weeks back because people are always crapping on certain wrestling promotions because they claim stuff doesn't have stories. And talking about how, like, you can't just have a match. You need to have, like, a reason for them to fight. Like, I remember someone saying, like, I think it was, like, Raj Giri or the guy from Forbes saying, like, oh, like, why can't you just have Ospreay, like, flirt with Brie or kick Danielson's dog or something? Give me a reason for them to fight. And I'm like, people hype up Rock versus Austin as the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time, one of the greatest. Like, the My Way promo package is heralded as one of the greatest of all time. Literally, in that package that talked about the story about Deborah's involvement in all this, is Austin saying, take Deborah out of the picture. She's a non-factor. Take Deborah out of the picture. She's a non-factor. The fact is, Rock, you have the WWE Championship, and I want it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that so much. It feels like with the Deborah stuff, they started doing it, and then they realized they don't need to. Make it about the wrestling. Make it about the fight. That these two guys are so big and so good that you don't need to have any of that BS, man.
Yeah.
Just make it. Rock is the champion. Austin wants to beat him and win the title. That's all you need.
It is.
But you know what does need the BS? Like,
what?
I talk about all the weird stuff from watching this as someone who watched later on, and I'm sorry, but it's just so weird watching an entrance of a pre-you suck angle.
Dude, I can literally hear the you suck chants, like, in my head every single time. Like,
yeah, I mean, I still think it's a banger of a theme, but obviously the you suck thing is so iconic that we're so used to it.
Yeah, because, like, he actually does, like, get those fucking you suck chants, like, every now and then before, like, the Edge feud. But, like, yeah, like, no, you suck at, like, angle is wild. And he got some fucking great fucking, like, he like rile up the fans promo, which ends with him telling them to lose their freaking cowboy hats. You're not 7 years old anymore. Amazing fucking unintentional foreshadowing.
Yeah, the anti-Texas lines from Angle were hilarious. I don't
feel
know
like a real cat.
why Texas just brings the best out of people in terms of insulting it. I think it's just a good target. So
Like you got a lot of rednecks, you got a lot of like ugly people. It's like it's just the perfect town to like sit on.
town, it's a state.
State, town, whatever. I'm talking about the Texas.
On a bit of a serious note, I have a hard time watching matches featuring, like Benoit, a lot of the people named and speaking out and whatnot. One of my favorite matches of all time it's the one Benoit match that I still go back and watch is Randy Orton versus Chris Benoit at SummerSlam 2004.
Yes.
It's a phenomenal match. It's one of my favorites. So this is kind of the first Benoit match other than that match that I think I've watched in 14 years.
Wow.
Wow.
No, wait, 17 years.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, true. We start off with a lot of freestyle wrestling.
Yeah, even before that though. Okay, so we talk about Angle's entrance, then Benoit comes out, and bro, we talked about aura earlier. Nah, this guy has aura. My God, man!
He has
like
that
the
aura.
intensity from this guy was ridiculous, man. I mean, okay, I'm gonna pretend that this guy was my favorite wrestler for a while, man. Like he was so good, and he had the aura, man.
Yeah.
So when he was walking out, and I just had the thought, bro, imagine if there's like a fantasy match of Benoit versus like Shibata or something, man. It would just be so good.
Oh, yeah, that would have been incredible.
I don't want to belabor the point, but I do just want to say part of it. Like this match was incredible. Like that's spoilers. This match was amazing. Like I don't know if anyone listening knows this or not, but this was a good match. Oh my God.
So wow, what a shocking statement.
Yes, but I do want to make this point just because talking about why it was hard for me to watch Benoit until now. Because typically I am okay with the idea of separating the art from the artist. But as far as Benoit goes, and I discussed this with both of you at various points throughout the years, I can't really do that because the art that Benoit did in the ring, his hard-hitting style, the bumps he took, the decades of diving headbutts, was directly responsible for what ended up happening.
Yeah, actually, yeah, true.
So like it's hard to separate the art from the artist when it's like it's the art that caused that.
Yeah,
I don't want to be a downer. Like I do. Like
I think it also it also doesn't help in the respect that if someone else is wrestling like this way that Benoit wrestles, the way I would describe them would be, oh, this guy's an absolute killer. But I mean, you can't really say that for Benoit for too literal there.
Oh man.
So there will be the obligatory cringe for the diving headbutt, but just to bring this back to more lighthearted, I do enjoy that Paul Heyman took filling the role of Jerry Lawler seriously with the commentary line, "This is as exciting as a man can get with his clothes on."
Oh my! I mean, to be fair, like Heyman is what the fucker like even before he started like he replaced like Lawler.
So when Heyman said that Benoit made Angle tap for the first time in his life, I actually had to pause this match, open YouTube, and watch Taz's debut. Which, fair play, Angle passed out. He didn't tap out, but
no.
I just wanted to say that this match inspired me to go and rewatch Taz's debut at the Royal Rumble of 2000.
Nice, and it made you sad because Taz fucking floundered from there.
But also, as far as the so this is where the New Japan shout went. But also, as far as the start of this match goes, shout out to the fact that they made me buy into this technical wrestling contest so much that when Angle threw that first strike, it felt like a massive transgression.
Yeah, so
Oh,
this match, and I talked earlier how almost every show on this match started off with just one guy hitting the other guy. But this obviously was the huge exception to that, where these guys were doing basically freestyle wrestling for, I don't know, I didn't time it, but like it was like it felt like a long time, way longer than most matches would.
yeah, probably
And it
7 minutes.
wasn't even like the classic style of, oh, it like the classic pro wrestling opening. It wasn't even that. They were like
No,
doing like actual
there were no
freestyle
collar and
wrestling style.
elbow. There was no like I didn't see a collar and elbow. I didn't see a Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
I felt more like actual Greco-Roman wrestling than the Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
But
Uh,
yeah, no one does
but
this anymore.
yeah, and so Angle was doing lots of like single leg, double leg takedowns. They were getting positions, all that stuff. It was really cool. And you mentioned nobody does this anymore, and I really agree because okay, recently we watched from earlier this year, as in the current year, real life year. There was this in the match in All Japan. It was Triple Crown match, Nakajima against Ashino, and that had like a long, section where they're doing grappling, and I really like that too. But that was different to this. In that, it was more, I guess, catch wrestling style or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style kind of grappling. Nakajima playing the guard, all that stuff. Whereas in this match, it was like very much freestyle Olympic collegiate wrestling, that kind of style wrestling, which I never see this kind of wrestling happening in matches these days, or even previously, to be honest, unless it was these two guys more or less, and I thought it was great.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here like, because I'm lamenting. You're talking about that, and that sounds amazing. Whereas my mind went to Angle and TNA when he wrestled AJ Styles for Angle's medal in a like Greco-Roman like wrestling match, but Styles was pulling out like victory roll ups, and I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
Yeah, obviously Angle, his gold medal wasn't freestyle wrestling, I think. So obviously he had the advantage in this kind of section to the match against Benoit, but Benoit, he was like almost keeping up with Angle. Is really cool to see. Obviously, I know
oh
if they
yeah,
were going, completely for real, Angle would, beat him handily. But I think even still, it kind of shows how skilled Benoit was, even though like, he had no, obviously Olympic was nowhere near, and I don't know if he even did university level wrestling, but
yeah,
I think just from his training and with the Hart family and training in the New Japan dojo, that's just how good he got
Hmm.
at, I guess,
yeah.
actual, wrestling.
Yeah.
And it was quite impressive that he was
I
able
also,
to. It looked like he was keeping up with Angle for them
oh
almost.
yeah, I did want to take a quick note of a commentary line which popped me. Paul Heyman telling Jim Ross that he likes the Briscoes because they come from Oklahoma, and the way that Jim Ross deeply offended was like, "Don't tell me why I'm a fan of the Briscoes."
Dude, JR gets so offended multiple fucking times in this show. It's fucking
But
hilarious.
but speaking of commentary, what do they mean by a Dynamite Kid style superplex?
Suplex. So that Benoit had this. His what they call what Jim Ross used to call like the snap suplex, where when he gets
Yes.
him in that like hooking around the neck kind of position before the suplex.
Yep.
And Benoit, he used to do like this little tiny jump before he actually used to
Yep.
lift the guy up. That's basically what he means, I think. I think Dynamite Kid used to do very similar to that. That's what he
Well,
means.
well, in this case, it was a Dynamite Kid style superplex.
Was it? I thought he meant the standing suplex. I could be wrong.
No, it might be it might actually be the superplex.
Oh, my bad. I'm misremembering.
But I'm pretty sure that's like kid Dynamite Kid did a superplex. I don't know. I don't know the actual. Actually, no, wait, no. Maybe it's because fucking the
Maybe
way
it's the
he
Y
lands, it looks
stance.
like he fucked himself up.
Heyman was calling it Dynamite style, and I think what you were saying, Ollie, with the little jump, I do notice that when they jump, they like widen their stance to get themselves like a lower base and stuff. So when he was doing the superplex, he did seem to have like a wider stance than you typically see in a superplex.
Oh,
So maybe that was it.
maybe.
But also,
Actually,
Yeah, which again kind of
like,
speaks to the wrestling prowess of Chris Benoit, isn't it?
yes, but you know what I do miss is I know we still have like Akira Tozawa doing stuff sometimes, but I miss what German suplexes used to be before Brock Lesnar in 2016 or 15.
oh yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like Lesnar's German suplexes are just like giant bombs. I miss like when Benoit and Angle would just bust out like 2 or 3 or sometimes 7, and it's just like repeating and just basically I miss when people were spamming German suplexes in a way that weren't seen as let me see if I'm trying to find the right wording here. I miss when German suplexes were seen as a technical move, not a power move.
Oh yeah.
I understand what you mean, but I think it's always been a combination of the two,
Well,
if you
yes.
really think about it.
Yeah.
Because
no, absolutely.
even still,
Absolutely.
even when it's like a smaller guy doing it, it's always shown as like a feat of strength. Like Akira Tozawa, for example, obviously he was famously
Yes.
doing the deadlift German suplex, isn't it?
Right.
And
Well,
it was like,
wording is
oh, look,
faulty.
the skinny wrestler, he's so strong even still. So like that's what the deal was.
Yeah.
Same with Daisuke Sekimoto. Obviously, he's huge, but I mean, he's deadlifting these big guys. That's how strong he is. So, but it's also the technical aspect of it as, oh, look how flexible he is, look how good his his arch is, all that stuff. So it's always been a combination of the two, really.
My favorite German suplexes are the ones that's all in the hips.
Oh yeah, true.
My favorite are the German suplex hold when they keep it with the pin, bridging pin. I think that's one of the most beautiful moves in wrestling, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty much honestly any suplex with a bridge, like cause is it Yuya? Yes, Yuya Uemura. Like he does like a super fucking good it's like the double underhook like of the arms like from belly to belly position, and like he just fucking yeets them over. Cause like he did that with Takeshita the other day. Like it looked so fucking good because like the bridge on that like is so tight. It's fucking brilliant.
So I am not a historian of this nature as far as like obviously. So was this the first time the Angle Slam was kicked out of?
Yes, I might have been. Actually, no.
I'm
Maybe
not sure.
I'm sure The Rock would have kicked out of it like the previous month actually.
That's what I'm saying. So, because they didn't say it was, they said I think that might be. So, but yeah, but I, as far as like things that like where it's like, oh, we gotta have a conversation about this. I think the yes lock, label lock, whatever you want to call it, I think that's ruined the crippler crossface for me.
Like in what sense?
Like in the sense that like I'm sure like when with the actual like if my arm was in there it'd be a different story. But from the screen it's like, dude, you're just letting your arm sit there. You could just pull your arm out whenever you want. Like,
it's not that easy.
It's not that easy. Like especially when Benoit like has it hooked where like where like his leg is hooked so it's sitting on top of your lower arm. But sometimes it does look like the arm is just sitting there.
Yeah, sometimes, but also you have to remember, compared to the crippler crossface to the label lock, the arm trap of the crippler crossface is more of an immobilization like technique. It's like stop the guy from able to escape easily, right? The actual part is the face lock or the neck crank or whatever he's doing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But in the label lock, the arm part, it's its own submission move. It's an omoplata itself. It's a shoulder lock, right? And he does the crossface sometimes, but even then, he doesn't always even do the crossface. Sometimes he does he goes the other arm as well. He makes it purely like hitting both arms. So you have to remember that the cripple crossface isn't an arm submission. It's just there to like immobilize the other guy. So it's not gonna be like hitting attacking the arm really is there.
Yeah.
So, and the counterpart to this is that the crossface, the actual, face lock or neck crank that he's doing in the crippler crossface is more powerful than when Danielson does it in the label lock as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, the way Angle does it as well is, like, pretty good. Because, like, fucking Benoit, it looks like he's ripping Benoit's, like, neck, head around.
Yeah. Speaking of, like, wrecking people's heads, I said earlier today that I said earlier I was going to do an obligatory cringe when Benoit does the diving headbutt. But that's not even taking into account that Angle just moonsaulted right into Benoit's knees.
Yeah, true. Dude, Angle loves his
Face
fucking
first.
moonsaults that miss.
Has the Angle ever hit a moonsault?
He has, yeah.
He has.
Okay.
Oh, but speaking of the diving headbutt, okay, obviously, in retrospect, it would have been good over if he didn't really do it in his career. But my God, what a camera shot when he was in the air!
The fucking
I
distance.
hate that it looks so good.
Like the angle they had hit the Benoit's form in the air and the camera flashes from the crowd. It looked insane.
Looks fucking spectacular, and like, yeah, it's not a move that anyone should be fucking doing, but it's too fucking. It's like fucking the Burning Hammer, like original Burning Hammer. Like, you should not be fucking doing that shit, but it's too fucking cool.
And then we get our second blatant low blow that the ref should have seen of the night.
Yep. And then...
Yeah, so that brings me to the fact that we're still watching a WWF show at the end of the day. This match was so good, and then for no reason, they have the ref bump and they have the cheating, and oh man, it was so unnecessary. This match was so good.
I will counter that and say that there is a reason. Like, the whole point is that Angle is, like, this is still the era where the heels aren't supposed to be winning matches clean. I mean, technically that's still going to today, but today there seems to be a lot more acceptance of a heel just being able to win a match. Like, look at Gunther. I shudder at what Gunther would be like in the early 2000s WWF, but the whole point is you need to have, the visual win for Benoit. You need to make it clear that Angle did tap. Then you need Angle to cheat because he can't win or outright, because that'll set up later in the show. Well, we'll get to that when we get to that. So but to counter my own counter, something I'm always a fan of saying, just because something makes sense doesn't automatically make it good.
True.
And we need to remember, this is WrestleMania, man. If there's any time where you think, okay, we'll forego the, giving the, making the heel not win clean, all that stuff, it's WrestleMania, man. This is the time where you have your best of the best.
We say that, but as the years have gone by, and as, like, I've gone through older WrestleManias, I'm just sitting here like, is WrestleMania the story ender? Is it really?
I mean,
it's not even ender, but it just like should be the peak of your thing, you know?
I hear you, but yeah, like even though the ending made complete sense, it still was a bummer, and so I'm gonna give this match an 8.
I mean, I give it an 8.5.
But also about the ending though. So he wins with like a roll up, right?
Yep.
And he grabs Benoit's pants. And the idea, I know they say, it gives him leverage, but let's be real here. Him grabbing his pants did nothing. He won that match fair.
Well, he also low blowed.
I mean, aside from that, in the pinfall. In the actual pinfall.
Benoit basically no-sold the low blow anyway.
Yeah, that too. It was like when Alex Ferreira got kicked by Jamal Hill, and he just said no to the referee, and then he knocked him out.
Yeah.
All right, so I went 8. Makon went 8.5. What do you got, Ollie?
9.
All right.
And there we go. All right, backstage, we've got William Regal coming out of the trainer's office. Michael Cole wants to know how he's doing. Regal doesn't care. And now here's fucking Kamala.
The Ugandan giant.
Kamala.
He is on the table. He has the queen. Ollie, he's your queen. I mean, he's your
Kamala
queen.
is my queen.
Kamala's your queen. Good old Queen Kamala rubbing his fellow queen on his, like, the moons on his belly.
What's the significance of the moons, Mac?
I mean, he likes the moon. Like, he's a big moon man.
He's a moon man.
He's a moon man, yeah. He's a moonanite.
He loves mooning.
Yeah, true. He's like, he looks up at the moon every night and howls, like, Roddy Piper that one time.
The where Kamala.
The where Kamala? Yeah. Man, Regal is having fucking none of this, like Ryan apparently is.
Like, maybe this aged better for people who grew up with him, but for me, this is just so bad.
I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, like,
I thought it was fairly amusing.
It was like, it's a fun, goofy thing of, like... I mean, okay, I never understood, like, the Kamala gimmick. Like, what is he?
He's like some tribal guy. It's kind of racist, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Oh, like, it's goofy 80s slock, I guess. Kamala leaves and takes the fucking painting with him as well, so he continues to
You know the funny thing? Kamala's not even African, he's American.
Yeah, true. I mean, look, if fucking Tony Atlas can be fucking African for, like, a gimmick, then I guess Kamala can.
Wait,
Because,
when
like,
was Tony Atlas African?
When was Tony Atlas African?
He was fucking, Samba Simba!
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Because fucking, you can't have a black person be a gimmick that's not either African or fucking, like, gangster in the 80s or 90s. Because racism.
Because racism.
Yep. Well, you know what isn't racist? The military.
Oh, really? There's an insanely long military propaganda video.
Yeah, like, it's like 3 minutes of just military propaganda, like fucking the Undertaker being a cameraman. Kurt Angle with helmet and sunglasses.
He is an American hero, though.
I mean, oh yeah, true. They drive Humvees, I guess, and then they give the commander a WWF chair. The Divas do not come with a chair.
Always interesting to see this from the viewpoint of a non-American.
Yeah, true. I mean, this is also, like, pre-9/11, too, so it's like, they aren't super patriotic yet.
No, I don't think you get it, man. This is just how America is.
I mean, yeah, of course, yeah. But I feel like it gets ramped up, like, tremendously post-9/11.
If I speak,
You will get in trouble.
True. I'm
Not with me.
I will speak, because I'm Australian, and I do not care. But, anyway, Kevin Kelly is backstage. Fuck Kevin Kelly. He's with Kurt Angle.
he is indeed.
Yeah, Kevin Kelly tells Angle that he has to respect Chris Benoit for that fight that he had. And Angle says that there are 2 men in the ring, and the better man won. And then Chris Benoit comes out of fucking nowhere, blindsides Angle, and puts him in the crippler crossface. Makes him tap.
And taps him out again for the 3rd time.
For the 3rd fucking time. I think this leads to, like, the Iron Man, like the Ultimate Submission match, right?
Does it? I thought that came later. Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure.
I think it's either. I think that's Backlash.
Oh.
It's either Backlash or, like, the pay-per-view after.
Oh, cool.
No threshold for this.
I mean, fair. Like, I know that's coming up very soon, because, like, it happens this year. Alright, it's time for the Women's Championship. China versus Ivory. Ivory has been champion. I did not open up fucking SmackDown Hotel again. Give me 1 second. You know what, Fluff?
Also, I looked it up, and yeah, they had Backlash. They had the Ultimate Submission match,
Ah, brilliant.
which Benoit won 4-3 with the fourth coming in overtime. If anyone's wondering.
Ah, brilliant. Ivory has been champion for 150 days at this point. She won the title from Lita.
Wow.
She won the title from Lita in a 4-way, like on the November 2nd SmackDown. Like
I feel like 150 days back in those days is quite good.
Honestly, yes, but like, I mean, dedicated to women's title. Like, Stephanie McMahon was champion for like 120 something days. So,
Yeah, I guess.
Ryan, tell us the angle for this feud.
Ivory broke China's neck with, what was it, a pile driver?
It was a power driver, yeah.
So in order to have this match, China signed a hold harmless agreement.
Yes, a
And
letter
it's
of
always weird to me.
indemnification.
It's always weird to me when they bring that up because it implies that you can sue for injuries every other time, which, yes, that's typically how it works in real life, but in wrestling, it's like, think of all the injuries that have happened.
Yeah,
Let's not also gloss over that not apparently, like it was 2001, it was a different time, but how much of a babyface move it was to take a woman and strip her down to her bra and panties.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
strange.
Against her will.
Yeah, that too, like a conservative woman as well.
Oh
Like,
no!
that's the thing. Like it was considered a heel move for Ivory to point out that bra and panty matches were demeaning.
Well, yeah, because the fans wanted to see fucking tits. Are you gonna really deprive them of their tits?
I mean, but why go to a wrestling show if you want that?
Like,
Because that's what you were promised back then.
exactly, you puppies. Oh man.
Bringing it back to No Mercy.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, no.
The
No Mercy
game.
for
Yeah, the
Nintendo
game, yes,
64. Well, I'm just saying, like, we all just use the bazooka entrance.
Wait, we all just use what?
The bazooka entrance.
Oh yeah, dude, I love like entrance gimmicks, like the bazooka, like fucking what other fucking entrance gimmicks are there? Like the DX tank, fucking glows. I love that I said I love gimmicks and I can't think of any other gimmicks other than the bazooka.
But so when the match is starting, like, I'm sure it was you could say it was a heel tactic in order to get China's guard down, but just the fact that Ivory is standing there, clutching her title, weeping.
Oh
like,
yeah.
It's just her openly accepting she knows she can't beat China.
Yeah, no, she is freaking the fuck out like during China's entire entrance.
I mean, considering how the match goes, she was right. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's just like, but also.
Wait, why wouldn't she just
so
get
this is-
DQ'd?
The bell didn't ring first. Yeah.
Oh, true. No, I mean, why wouldn't she, like, after the bell rings, just fucking get herself counted out or, like, DQ'd?
maybe she'd be
I
heavily
mean,
fined.
do we really want to open that can of worms?
Maybe she'd be heavily fined for ruining WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, fucking, this match would have ruined WrestleMania by ending in
Of
DQ.
course. Of course.
So this is apparently the first time China had wrestled for the women's championship.
That's
No,
much.
wait, wouldn't this be didn't they have a match at the Rumble? They had a match actually, yeah, they had a match at the Rumble, and that's where, like, China broke her neck with the fucking razzle dazzle.
The razzle dazzle.
Yeah, that's what the move's called. Like the handspring fucking back elbow.
I thought you said it was a power driver.
You are right.
No.
You are right, then.
No, I mean, she was power driven, but, like, they had a match at the Rumble, and then, like, China did the razzle dazzle and, like, broke her neck.
Well, she broke her neck with a pile driver.
Then maybe it was the first time that she was challenging at WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania, yeah, probably. Actually, wait, let me just double check if it's actually.
No, I have it up. It was for the women's title.
Okay, good.
Or maybe just the first time she won it.
Oh yeah, first time she. Is this a line before or after she wins it, like Ryan?
Oh nope, I got it.
Oh yeah.
Yep, nope. JR outright says it's the 9th one in the world, China, who will challenge for the women's title. I think for the first time in her career. Yeah, so that's just Jim Ross being completely off.
It was a leg
Jim
drop,
Ross is
damn
a
it!
damn
A
liar.
leg drop.
Jim Ross is a fraud.
Hey, oh my god. Paul Heyman was the real hero the entire time.
There was also some verbiage that JR was using during this match that basically implied that now that Chyna's broken her neck, she can't hang with the men anymore, and that's why she's in the women's division.
Oh no. I mean, look, she goes to New Japan next year, so fucking.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
But I guess
this is her preparing to fight Tanahashi.
How tall is Chyna?
Wait, how tall is
Good
she?
question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I do know that when it comes to women, like, it's deceptive because, like, Nia Jax seems like a giant, but she's like 5'10".
That's really okay. Chyna is billed as not 5'10" as well, which is really tall for a woman.
Yeah, my point is that looked like an insanely tall power bomb for Ivory to be taken.
Oh yeah, why was that not the finish?
That's what I had written down.
Why did they do that bizarre military press finish instead of the powerbomb?
That should have been flipped. Do the military press and then fucking do the powerbomb. I don't get it. Because the powerbomb looked sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chyna powerbombs Ivory, doesn't slam her or anything, just drops her from the military press. 1, 2, 3, new women's champion.
He also ragdolls like Ivory like fucking crazy like mid.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about this. Like a 2?
I gave it a 3, but I can easily drop it down to 2 because that was the worst match ever. I mean, it wasn't the worst.
Yeah.
Well, let's not say things.
Well, not ever.
Yeah, no, it was whatever.
Also, another comment about that. Ivory looked very awkward in like the way she was fighting in this match, and it's just strange because I feel like I remember her being pretty decent, she looked very awkward.
I mean, she was like a 3-time champion for a fucking reason.
I mean, yeah, that's the booking, but
look, motherfucker.
But I mean, like, I feel like I remember her being like pretty decent in the ring, but yeah, she looked very awkward in this match.
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know, like, I guess it could have just been her like playing up like the whole like role she was in, but like, I mean, then again, like, Righteous Senses doesn't last long after this show, so like.
But I don't want to open a can of worms here, but I mean, do either of you know how old Ivory was in this match?
I imagine she would have been in her 30s.
Nah, yeah, 20s, surely, no?
She was coming up on 40.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah, makes sense.
Wait, how old? Wait, why was she so old?
What do you mean? Why is she so old?
No, I mean, when did she start wrestling?
To Ali's credit, that is a genuine question in 2001 WWF.
Actually, yeah, true. Actually, yeah, because like most women like don't even reach
like,
that age. Like, I mean, what in like
most women don't reach that age
in wrestling.
Like 2017-ish, like they literally ran a storyline between Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, with Bliss like mocking how old Mickie was, and Mickey's literally sitting there on the kickoff going, there are literally men on this show competing that are older than me, and nobody says a damn thing.
Yeah, wow. I can believe actually.
Okay, yeah. About that. Ivory started wrestling way earlier than I thought she did. She made a debut in 1986.
Wait, what?
What? No, wait. Makon, are you actually surprised by that?
And kind of actually, yeah.
I
Are
am.
you not aware that Ivory was literally an original member of Glow?
No,
I was not.
Actually, no.
I'll be honest, I know nothing about Glow.
I know the TV show and that's it.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either.
I mean, the TV show is good.
But yeah, like that's the thing. Like like I'm not in. I mean, like as we've covered, like that doesn't really have anything to do with anything as far as her ability. But like like she's not in her prime at this point.
I mean, fair.
So when is our prime?
1999. I mean, I guess it would have been earlier, but I don't know.
I mean, that's when she won the first title the first time.
Yeah, true. I mean, there are like plenty of people who, like don't hit their full prime until they reach their 40s. So,
I mean,
maybe...
I feel like that's something that's relatively new in pro wrestling. Like not new, but like after this point in time.
I mean, I guess, yeah, because like I mean, they were on less fucking blow than they were already, so they had chances
And
to
to
like
be fair,
actually improve.
if you think back then, like a lot of like the old wrestlers weren't even that old compared to how some of the wrestlers that we don't even consider old are now.
Yeah,
Like
true.
for example, think about like how old we thought like Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, these guys were, right?
Well,
Yeah.
let me just say this
I mean,
because
Flair's
I am
50
blatantly trying to avoid talking about the next segment, so I'm just going to delay a bit more. But
Fair.
how old do you think? How old was Hulk Hogan when he won the WWE title for the final time?
He was
Triple H.
Wasn't he like 55 or something?
Was he 50? Oh no, I'm pretty sure. Wasn't he 40? Like late 40s, like 47 or so.
About 48.
Okay, yeah.
Was that it?
That's about right.
Bloody hell!
Yeah.
That's yeah. Yeah. I'm looking. He's gonna win it again next year. Trust me, brother.
Like for context, Minoru Suzuki is currently 56, so he was 48 8 years ago, which was what year was it? 8 years ago?
Wait, how?
2016, right?
Wait, how was
He was,
Minato?
okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Huh?
I was gonna ask
Go
like
ahead.
how old's like Minato Masato Tanaka? I'm pretty sure he's in his 50s as well.
He is 51.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's getting up there. He's still like super sick.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hmm.
Yuji Nagata is 56.
Oh yeah, Nagata, like he's still really fucking good.
But he also feels old though.
Oh yeah, I mean like he's starting to get up there, but like his body's in way better shape than fucking Tanahashi's is right now, so there's that.
That's also true.
So next we got Vince and family in the back.
Oh, what raid? Oh yeah, we already. Never mind. We already.
Yeah,
said
we
that.
already read it.
Yeah.
We can't hold off any longer. We have to talk about Vince McMahon wanting Trish to double Linda's dosage.
Which, so in this story, so spoilers, but Trish quote unquote turns on Vince later on.
Yep.
So it's the implication that she wasn't giving Linda medication.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She was no longer giving Linda her fucking ball of cocaine.
I don't think cocaine would do. I don't think that's how cocaine works, Mike.
It does in wrestling.
What do you think? What medication do you think she was being given?
Xanax. I mean, yeah, what fucking what does Xanax do?
I'm gonna need some
Actually, what was she being
historians
treated
here.
for? Actually, is the question. What was she being treated for?
She was, I don't know, like shocked from being told he wants a divorce.
Did she
Like-
have a stroke
like,
at
you mean,
some
like-
point?
Just
PTSD or
catatonic.
something?
I don't know.
Because I've never
But
actually watched this angle fucking play out. I only know it from like the video package that plays.
So we got Here Comes the Money Shane coming out.
Yeah, dude. Doesn't he gets that by the angle match, doesn't he?
I have no idea. All I know is it's funny because they clearly had Mick Foley come out in the middle in order to split the two plays of No Chance in Hell.
True. And
Now,
we
I'm gonna
see...
need some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some historians. Who are the WCW wrestlers that are actually in the stands? I think I recognize.
We saw Lance Storm.
Yeah, Lance Storm. We have Bill
Stacy
DeMont,
Keibler.
Stacy Keibler, Chavo Guerrero, Sean Stasiak. The Mike Awesome, I'm pretty sure is there. There's a guy who I thought for a second was AJ Styles.
But it was not AJ Styles.
It was not AJ Styles. Also, I have no idea who the fucking blonde dude is.
Yeah, but it's funny because you really believe like this is just the best they could come up with after, because these are like all that was left with WCW contracts and people who weren't the Time Warner contracts.
Yeah, it's the young guys.
What
of
about Booker
WCW?
T? Couldn't they get Booker T?
The new star in WCW because they didn't have any of the actual stars.
Yeah, I'm surprised Booker wasn't there. He's literally the champion. Like, you'd think he would be at Mania, Scott Steiner definitely wasn't gonna fucking be there, but yeah.
No, he could.
Yeah, we got Mick Foley in his nice little referee spray painted shirt.
Yep. And then Vince
McMahon. Got Vince, Stephanie McMahon with like the most late '90s, early 2000s hairstyle.
Yep, and fucking suit jacket, jumpsuit, I guess is what it's called.
So here's the thing. Obviously, there's a whole lot of heinous shit going on with Vince McMahon right now. So let me tell you guys the silver lining for me of watching this match is the purpose of a worked punch is it's supposed to look good, but not hurt.
Yeah.
Shane is the absolute worst at throwing worked punches in that it's the worst of both worlds. So they look like crap, and they're stiff as hell.
I kind of love it though.
Oh yeah, like he fucking clocked Vince at one point. Also, Vince also has fucking awful punches.
Dude, they were killing each other in this match.
But it's just so satisfying knowing that Vince is getting probably a little legit beat up from these potatoes that Shane's throwing.
Yep.
But at the same time, Shane's not getting any credit for it because they look terrible.
Yeah. I mean, look, Shane was the hero we needed all along.
Oh yeah,
he is unironically the least fuck McMahon.
I don't know, there's one of the weakest, a spear that makes Edge look like Rhino. Yeah.
Also, fucking, at the start of the match, Vince, he starts choking Shane, Homer Simpson style. Straight up, double hands.
Why, you little... I also very much appreciated the jumping elbow drop that Shane did to the back of Vince's head.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
And it's at this point that we realize that the back of Steph's shirt says Daddy's Girl.
Oh, yes, he shows that, in the first segment with, when Trish arrives.
Yeah.
Shane.
Nice little baseball slide.
Yeah, good old baseball slide. She slaps him in the face as well. Shane with the keep-off sign. That's always fun to see.
Yeah. Nice little diving lariat off the barricade.
Yep.
Shane getting the kendo stick.
Singapore King, yep.
And you know what's so? First of all, I'd like to point out. Oh, okay, it all makes sense now. So Roosh has been ripping off Shane McMahon all these years.
Wait, what? In what way?
Every time you see a Roosh match, you're guaranteed some stiff work and strangling with the cables on the side of the ring.
Okay. I feel like that's just a Mexico thing more than anything, but yeah.
Also, when it comes to looking at things in context, part of that is understanding that cliches weren't always cliches. So Shane diving off the turnbuckle into the announce table, it's the most eye-rolling thing in 2024. But in 2001, hey, it got people popping.
Yeah, true.
It was I don't think it's eye-rolling either way. I think it's still pretty cool.
It was
I think it was from when we were at our most cynical, like when he would do it felt like every week in 2006 when feuding with DX, or the whole deal with, or like when he was the best in the world.
Oh no, not the best
Exactly.
in the world.
So, were we supposed to pop for the Trish slap? Like, I know the answer is supposed to be yes.
Dude, the crowd like popped super fucking hard for it.
Yeah, the crowd went crazy.
I know, but like we literally just watched a whole video about how she was basically doing softcore porn with him in the middle of the ring.
What?
No, like just, how much of that video package was just Vince making out with Trish?
Oh, dude. Okay, yeah, that video package is in like today the most fucking disturbing shit ever with everything we fucking know now.
No, not just today. It was then as well.
I mean, then as well, yeah, but like especially today. Like it is. Vince McMahon's a fucker in the worst sense. But he gets his comeuppance.
But like, what's the purpose? Why is it necessary?
to make him a bastard.
You want to talk about question the meaning, like, why is things necessary? So Linda's just like conscious and aware this whole time that Vince is just ragdolling, throwing her into the ring, putting her up on a chair.
Yeah, he has to pretend to be a zombie.
Yes, but you don't think she could? Like, if I'm Shane, I'm sitting there thinking, "Hey, Mom, glad you're not in an actual coma. Maybe you could have revealed that like 2 or 3 trash can smashing."
Oh, I guess yeah. You know what? Maybe the drugs only just wore off then, like at that exact moment.
Oh, because that's how it works.
I mean, it could be. You don't know how long it takes for drugs to. What are you, a medicine man?
No.
What are you, a doctor or something?
Yeah, what are you, a doctor of fuckonomics?
So,
oh god,
think you're untouchable.
But yeah, like fucking Vince wallops Shane with like 2 trash cans. He destroys that second trash can like all over Shane's back. Lots of back shots.
The big pop, Linda standing
Back shots.
Yeah.
And then big nice kick to the nads.
Yep, big pop for Linda. Like Shane.
Hold on. She did not kick him in the nads. She did not connect. There was no foot to ball action there.
Linda's not a worker.
No.
Neither is Vince. Vince held a trash can up like so fucking long as well.
Here's my question: is what would have happened if Vince made a comeback here? At this point, would Foley be like, okay, fair play, and count the pin?
Wait, Vince kicks out?
Well, I'm saying, at this point, Foley's beating the crap out of Vince after Vince attacked him with a steel chair. If he somehow just moved out of the way of this final spot and hit a McMahon stunner on Shane, would Foley have counted the pin?
Yeah, because he said he was going to do it straight down the middle.
But he just beat the shit out of Vince.
I mean,
yeah, because he was beaten up first.
Yeah, fucking Vince hit him in the back of the fucking head with a steel chair. Of course he's gonna beat him up.
Also, 2001, when people weren't sick of the same Shane spots over and over, 2.
Oh yeah, the Van Terminator even.
Oh yeah, funny thing is, when we were watching this, I was watching it live with Mac, and not live, but I mean together with Mac.
Yeah.
And
we're watching it in 2001
when he put the bin there in front of his face, and I was literally saying, you know what? I think this looks much nicer with the chair. It never looks good with the bin, and he does it. And the one time in history, it actually looked good with the bin.
Yeah. I feel like there's a Shawn Michaels one that's actually good with the bin too.
No, maybe.
But it's mostly this is the best one with the bin, because every other time it's fucking Van Terminator, full Van Terminator or fucking nothing.
But also McMahon was just holding the bin himself.
I mean, he's unconscious, he's out.
Yeah. Like he's draping Vince's arm over it. It's feasible to say like he's knocked over, or like just dead weight arm is weighed. I don't know.
Yeah.
So where'd you guys land on this one?
I had a
It
lot
was
of fun
good.
with
I liked it.
It's a good.
I mean,
it's
okay.
like, it's dumb bullshit.
Like the storyline stuff was trash, but like the fighting was pretty good. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's like easily the best sane match like ever. I've never done the ankle match.
no.
Yeah, I've done the
No.
ankle.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll say like an 8, a 0.8 because fuck Vince McMahon, but an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say a 7.
Fair. All right.
Also, they showed the WCW wrestlers afterward, and Lance Storm did not enjoy that match.
I mean, look, Lance Storm didn't enjoy fucking anything in 2001. He was IC champion, and he still didn't enjoy it.
So up next, we get a momentous occasion.
Yes, the Hardys.
For the first time tonight, we get somebody who isn't yelled at for doing their job and interviewing.
Oh. But the Hardys actually care about, actually answering questions.
Oh.
Imagine that.
Well, I was just... Okay. I for a second I thought you were going to say they care about Kevin Kelly. I was like, that's not.
Oh, no, not Kevin Kelly. He cares about the fans. He cares about being extreme. Or they care about it.
Also, Matt Hardy's accent was way stronger then than it was later on.
Oh, yeah. Like, he just... I feel like he sort of phases out of, like, this accent, like, around the V1 time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he also stutters like hell, like, at the start. Because he goes, it's TLC 2. It's TLC. TLC. It's the
He's not wrong. It is TLC.
Yeah, it is TLC.
And then we got Triple H in his little jersey and Speedo. And Undertaker shadowboxing, like...
Yeah, single it down.
20, 25 minutes, like an hour or so. Like, this is way too early to be warming up, man. Come on.
I mean, like, no, he's warming up for TLC 2. He's hyped for it. He's pumped for it.
Which brings us to TLC 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, hell yeah. I miss TLC being numbered. Like, it was such a good way to differentiate it from, like, any other match.
Yeah, but wasn't TLC, like, 4, like, the one where it was, like, Jeff Hardy and RVD and, like...
Yeah, TLC 4 was the Kane match, yeah.
Well, was 4 the Kane? Which
yeah,
one
yeah,
was the four-way with Benoit and Jericho?
No, that's 3. That's in, like, 2 months. Actually, not even 2 months, that's, like, in a month and a half.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, like, end of May.
But you know what, what's the random thing I'm reminded of today?
Yeah.
Is, like, 15-ish years ago, I was reading a random issue of WWE Magazine, and I think, like, Mike Chioda was being interviewed in it, and he let us all in on a trade secret, which is there is no difference between a no disqualification match and a street fight.
That's heresy.
I mean, okay, if you want to be technical, no disqualification does not mean no count out.
True. And, like, no DQ doesn't mean you can fucking dress in, like, street clothes.
I mean, you could dress in street clothes anyway.
Yeah, they don't have a dress code.
Yeah, but why would you? Like,
maybe you're a lunatic fringe.
Because if it's a street fight, then, like, you have to go find the street sometimes, maybe.
But the point I'm getting at is, now we're going to jump forward to 12 years ago, 2012.
Yeah.
John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match.
Whoa.
Which featured a table and chair.
Oh my god, that is illegal.
Let me tell you the difference. The difference is, in a TLC match, the tables and chairs they're set up for you to use.
Yeah, Darren.
Okay, I want you to put a pin in that, Ollie, because we're going to get back to that in a minute.
Oh no.
Okay.
Are we jumping forward again?
No, well, we're jumping forward to everyone coming out. Oh, yeah. We got the belt hanging down from the top rope. We got the Hardys. No pyro.
Yep. We have Edge and Christian. No.
Edge is wearing cool purple clothes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Edge and Christian not wearing fucking matching gear.
I feel like they didn't usually, did they?
Yeah,
Christian
right.
with long
I
hair.
guess it wouldn't
I
have.
just can't. I just can't with Christian with long. I think, like, even though I've seen the most of that, Christian with long hair is screwing me up more than Angle or Coachman or Big Show with hair.
Like,
Christian
really?
with long hair,
like Christian doesn't get like the short hair until like 2004, I think.
yeah. So, first of all, I'm just like in the opening moments, the Dudleys are giving Christian a double team flapjack.
Yep.
And I'm just sitting here like, Bubba, if you just took like 3 steps back, you could have given him a 3D.
Like, it's too early for the 3D. Like, they only have so many Spinoza slots. It's like D&D spell
they don't
slots.
start the match with the SmackDown move slots. Then you need to build up the meter.
No, it's like D&D spell slots. Like, you have only like a certain amount. Like, you have to pick and choose when to use them.
Yeah. So fast forward a bit, we got a spot where Matt is climbing the ladder, and Edge, in what I can only describe as the dinkiest spot in a TLC match, just does a quick little hop off the chair and does a little limp clothesline to Matt off the ladder.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the most, like, I can't even, like,
The most you could have just done the fucking spear.
Like I just picture when Edge does that, he's just going.
Oh, God. And then
Is
immediately
this before or after the was up?
This is before. This is way before.
Okay.
Also, fucking the Edge and Christian like destroy fucking Matt Hardy's face.
Yeah, but before that, we do get.
I mean, that's after that.
Before we do get the Hardys doing a dropkick version of the post motion off the ladder. I'm like, much better. That is a much better spot of getting someone off the ladder.
Yeah, like the Jeff dropkick actually looked real. Actually, yeah, because like that looked fucking great.
And then of course we got the Hardys doing their little double team drop off the ladder.
Yeah, Event Omega.
Yes. We see part of why Matt Hardy had his spine fused to his pelvis.
True. And then we get the fucking was up. With barely
you
fucking
get the
hits.
up.
Yeah, Devon completely missed.
And then we get, the trademark, Devon, get the table.
Yep, and
Ollie, Ollie, you remember how I said we're going to put a pin in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, here's why it's actually messed up, is Devon actually looks under the ring because he doesn't want to go through the trouble of collapsing the legs before sliding it back in the ring. He would have preferred...
I literally wrote that down. Like, he looks under the ring from under the table that's right next to him.
Well, no. The point is he saw the table there, but he's like, I don't want to go through the trouble of having to collapse those legs. I'd rather just get one from under the ring. But there aren't any, so he's like, well, fuck.
Devon, you lazy fucking bastard, do your job.
So...
What? He had one job, and that was to get the table.
Literally the one job.
So I don't know if this was dumb luck or skill on Bubba Ray's part, but I always think, when you powerbomb one guy onto another through a table, the guy you're powerbombing really doesn't take any impact.
Oh, no.
He powerbombed Jeff just far back enough that he still hit Edge hard enough to slam it through the table, but Jeff still takes a full powerbomb bump on the mat.
Yeah, no, yeah. Bubba that fucking drive Jack neck first right in the fucking head. It looked sick.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys were getting murdered the entire match.
Fucking hell.
And that was probably the biggest one.
Yeah, and then like when the Dudleys are getting the tables, like setting up the fucking like the big finish spot. Like Heyman drops like some Big Daddy Dudley lore. Because Big Daddy Dudley owns a construction site, a construction company even, and that's on top of him being a traveling salesman who fucks everyone.
Yep.
So then we get the spot with all 6 of them on top of the ladders, and I appreciate the attention to detail where Edge and Bubba each shove a ladder, but they each shove a ladder that didn't include one of their partners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, Christian
then-
just died. He just fell to hell.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the fucking Brett cam, like, shows that it's actually way less of a bad bump than it was, that it looked like on the hard
No,
cam.
but in the initial camera shot, he just looks like he falls to nowhere.
Yeah.
He falls into the abyss.
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
wild.
And then that damn shove spot between Bubba and Edge. Like,
Yeah, that looked,
I don't want to be pedantic, but it just...
yeah, like, the other 4, like, they took fucking gnarly bumps, then they just sort of, off the ladder.
And then, as Edge is climbing a ladder, what's Brother Runt doing in the Astro Zone?
Ah, it's little Spike Dudley.
LSD himself.
He, Dudley Dog to Edge off the ladder, then Dudley Dog over the top rope, through a table to Christian. Man, it's crazy.
The Christian, the table that Christian himself set up for no reason, apparently.
I mean, like, he was gonna do a fucking cool thing. He's probably gonna do, like, a kill switch. Like, a fucking umbrella off it. Like, into it.
Off it?
Well, off
How?
it, yeah.
We
like,
got Rhino.
like, top rope
Which
umbrella.
I appreciate, and it's actually a combination of appreciate and find it hilarious, that after Rhino shoves Jeff Hardy off, like, he's very clearly planning on giving a gore to Bubba Ray, but then the ladder's in the way, so he's like, screw, and then he just picks up the ladder and hits Steve on before hitting a gore on Bubba, and Bubba just has to stand there for a second saying, okay, I guess I'll just take a breather.
I was about to call him the man beast, but I was about to say man whore by accident. Yeah.
I mean, that's a way different gimmick.
Yeah, he's called Rhino.
No, the
and
man whore is
he's
Edge.
built like a... Oh, yeah, true. But he's built like a rhino. The guy, he's huge.
Oh yeah, he is. I mean, he's not as jacked as Hillbilly Jim, but he's still pretty big.
Oh, we'll get on to that.
I vaguely remember bits and pieces of watching WWF back in the day. And what I do distinctly remember was in a backstage promo hyping up TLC2, Edge was like mocking the fact that, like, yeah, the Dudleys, they got little Spike Dudley, the Hardys, they got Lita, but you know what? And he just like gives Christian a little shove. Christian, get the Rhino.
Yeah, that's fucking rad.
And so we've talked a lot about how some things in this show have, like, there are some things, some commentary lines that have aged very poorly.
Yep.
Is this what I think it is?
There are some commentary lines that have aged very well. Lita jerking Edge off the ladder is a rare combination of both.
Yeah, like, talking about fucking amazing foreshadowing, unintentional foreshadowing with the fucking Kurt Angle bit. Like, this is the ultimate in fucking. Nobody could have fucking foreseen this.
Bravo, Vince.
I also appreciate that Lita, Spike, and Rhino's involvement in this match is basically, we have a lot of killer spots to do, but if we do too many of them, then they're going to take out the competitors. We need people who are just going to take the moves that aren't part of the match.
Yeah, let's just have fucking Spike Dudley brain everyone with a steel chair and then get brained himself.
And then just, the standard question of, why did Lita take off her shirt?
Yeah, what purpose did that serve?
Puppies, of course. Gotta give the fans their nightly tits.
I think she wasn't even like wearing any like shirt under that. It was just her underwear.
Yeah, it's just a bra.
I don't get it.
Yeah, a Ryder tries to fucking like press slam her out of the fucking ring.
So it's probably something that, like, it was actually probably intentional that we were all supposed to be paying attention to Jeff climbing an absurdly tall ladder to do this crazy swanton onto Spike and Rhino. and not pay attention to why is Edge just setting up 3 ladders right
Yeah.
next to each other
Yeah.
from the corner?
I mean,
That is something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
In the whole match, there were so many instances where people are just setting things up for seemingly no reason.
yeah, because like the first time when they were like setting up like the ladder in the corner, I thought they were actually setting up that spot, but like no, they were preparing for like the triple ladder feel ideal.
Yeah.
And this
Look, I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about Jeff Hardy in 2024.
I can't blame him for this. It was just very unfortunate that the spot didn't work out.
I mean, it worked out for half of it. Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
mean
no
the
one-
fucking the ladder walk? I thought you meant like the dive.
Yeah, the ladder walk.
No, the Swanton
ladder
bomb
walk.
was sick.
Yeah, Swanton was sick.
Yeah.
Like
The
Jeff
ladder
Hardy's a
walk
crazy man.
did not work, and it was very unfortunate because, I mean, no one's going to remember it because of what's about to happen, but that would have been...
Would be
that
the
would have
icing on the
been
cake.
So, yeah.
But even
And then-
still, like it makes the like match look dangerous still. So like,
Yeah, and then you know what? And then we can skip ahead. Jeff's on top of a ladder. Edge is on top of a ladder. We don't really need to talk about what happens after that.
yeah, oh yeah, of course. Nothing happens. Like we get Christian goes up and hits him with a fucking kill switch.
No, I'm kidding. It's the most iconic moment of Edge's career.
Oh yeah, what you don't think the fucking live sex celebration is?
So
And Lita jerking Edge off.
oh man, yeah,
so-
big spear.
But then, that spear, like, that is a gif that you've seen like 8,000 times. It's great. It's iconic. They tried to replicate it so many times, but it's a moment in time.
Yeah, oh yeah, like this is everything worked perfectly for it, other than like the ladder walk. Like, cause Jeff's legs getting like caught in the fucking ladder, getting like pulled back and like then released. That is just fucking perfection.
Now, Ollie, I want to go back to something you said in the last match with Vince and Shane
Oh yeah.
about the trash can spot and how it never looks good, but it looked good that one time.
Yep.
How many times have we seen people set up a pile of tables only for someone to fly off and hit one of them?
Yep.
Or miss, or like basically at least half the tables set up are still standing by the end.
Yeah, like literally every other time except fucking this time, because this was done
this time-
perfectly.
It was beautiful. It was incredible. Part of me feels like the reason that it doesn't work anymore is because no one's stupid enough to do it off a ladder that high anymore.
Like, okay, so I think the only other time it's worked perfectly was The Undertaker.
I feel like it might have been it wasn't like 4 set up on the outside of the ring, but it might have been something like at least one ladder or one table with John Cena versus Edge, but I'd have to.
Oh yeah, the FU off the ladder, yeah, like that was that.
No, before that.
Oh wait, there was one before that.
There was one where Edge was thrown out of the ring through a table.
Oh,
But
I'm blanking
back
about that.
in the ring, we've got Devon trying to climb the ladder. Edge is holding Devon's legs, keeping him just short of him. Meanwhile, Rhino is putting Edge or Christian basically in an electric chair and pushing him up the ladder. It's brilliant, sneaky, cheating, brilliant.
It's fantastic. Actually at the end of this, like I was thinking, oh wait, so when they setting up like the table on top of the thing for the finish?
Yeah, both of us misremembered and thought this was the one where they set up the table as this like a platform between the two ladders to grab the belts.
Yeah.
No, I do that. That was WrestleMania 2000, right?
No, I actually maybe it was.
I thought it was like SummerSlam or
I thought
something.
that was like TLC actually, but no, that was actually Mania.
That was the triangle ladder match that spawned the TLC.
Yeah, you're right. So I double fucking forgot then. But yeah, like this was an amazing fucking match.
Oh yeah, I'm tempted to just be a mark and give it a 10.
I would.
I think it was perfectly everything that it needed to be, everything it wanted to be, and the fact that to this day, this is the one that people compare like these car crash matches up against.
I mean,
Yeah, like, yeah, I'll give it a 9.
I also gave it a
Fair.
9 because like it is everything you say it is, but at the same time, like the setting up spots, like it doesn't take
See-
away from it too much, but like when you notice it, you notice it.
So, well, that's the thing. My philosophy is often that matches aren't not that matches aren't meant to be rewatched because they are, but it's like everyone gave Michael Cole shit for reading at WrestleMania 32 for reading "For the Love of Mankind" off a piece of paper.
Oh yeah.
But when it actually happened, nobody was looking at Michael Cole.
Yeah, true.
The point is but the other thing, but the big thing for me is because you guys know, like I'm all like, oh, modern day wrestling is amazing, old wrestling is boo. Like, you take Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon and put it today, people are gonna be bored shitless.
I thought the match was still pretty
I
good.
mean, like the first one, like fine.
But fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
But again, this is still the match that people compare things to.
Oh yeah, like this is literally the skeleton for like every other fucking TLC match like today. Hell, every other ladder match kind of.
I just want to make one more point about that perfect table spot before we move on. Because I got a soapbox to stand on. Damn it.
Yep. Stand on that box. The soap is falling out as we speak.
Don't drop it.
People can fuck out of here with that. Oh, it's actually more painful when the table doesn't break coping. If you don't get that satisfying crunch from a table breaking, what's the damn point?
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. But also, it's more painful when there's no table at all. But yeah, it looks
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
but
But that's my point. We're going into the world of kayfabe. Like, I don't need you to tell me that a ladder not breaking or that a table not breaking. If you think about it, no, fuck out of here, Matt Stryker.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't say it's better when the table doesn't break, but it does look like more painful when it doesn't. But I wouldn't say you don't want it to not break, but if it doesn't break, then it still looks more painful.
It's just
You know what
less
I mean?
satisfying. Period.
Yeah, it looks messier, which it depends on what kind of match you're doing, right? If you're doing like this kind of match, you want everything to look more perfect, I guess, because it's more of a spectacle match. If you're having like more of like a brawling, like a dirty brawl kind of match, then maybe it actually maybe adds to it when it doesn't break, if you know what I mean.
So after that, we got Howard Finkel announcing an Astrodome attendance record of 60,000.
Oh, well, hold on.
7,000.
Hold on, Ryan. You forgot about fan access.
No, I didn't. I am actively moving past that.
No, hang on a minute. You don't want to talk about fucking design inflatable
No.
Stone Cold or the XFL booth, which I forgot. Like, if I could have sworn there was like an XFL skit on this fucking show, but it could be X8.
I can honestly say
I
I just actively did not care.
You don't want to talk about Casual Kane wearing fucking mask and like just polo shirt.
Anyway,
anyway.
the attendance record. Can we? Is it like
67,925. Now, I hope you guys are sitting down for this.
Yeah.
I'm already standing actually.
Oh God. Okay. This might shatter your world, but did you know that WWE and WWF has a tendency to lie about attendance numbers?
What are you talking about?
I know, it's insane.
But yeah, you can't have a WrestleMania without some sort of attendance record.
Oh man. So what is the
Funny-
actual number?
I don't know. Like I actually did try to look. I didn't find anything. I think back then nobody really cared as much. But it's just funny to me when the funniest story to me about the lying about the attendance records was WrestleMania 32 when they claimed to have like over 100,000 because so they wanted to break the record with WrestleMania 32, and they did break their own record. But because they didn't break the number they lied about at WrestleMania 3, they had to lie about WrestleMania 32.
That's so stupid.
Like they broke WrestleMania 3's record, but because they lied about WrestleMania 3's attendance, that 93,000 is fake as hell.
Oh my god.
But I don't even understand. What's the purpose in lying about these numbers?
Okay, it's bragging rights, and I actually have a story for you about this.
Oh, yeah?
No, but you're saying it's bragging rights, but like,
No,
if it's not a record, then why mention it?
It's. I mean, remember who was running the company at the time, but a few years back, like I don't even know, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, one of the California cities, San Francisco, San Diego, I don't remember. One of them was saying, "Hey, we're going to have a Super Bowl in this stadium. WrestleMania is comparable to the traffic that a Super Bowl would get. Could you guys come in and do a WrestleMania here so that we could see how our city handles like that much travel and traffic?" And you know what WWE said? They said, "No, we're going to wait till after the Super Bowl so we can do WrestleMania and brag about how we had a bigger attendance."
Oh no.
Did they?
Man. Yeah.
Because that's what's important to them.
That's...
But did they?
What a bunch of fucking carny fucks.
Yep. Speaking of carny fucks, here's Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh yes, the carniest of masses, the gimmick Battle Royale. Mean Gene does not have Tutti Frutti, unfortunately.
And we got ourselves Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yep, I miss him so much.
Indeed. Good old Bobby the Cerebrum Heenan.
Yes, but now let us run down the entrance of this gimmick Battle Royale. We have the Bushwhackers, who are unfortunately not the fucking sheep herders here. We've got...
Yeah, but you gotta love whacking the bush.
I mean, yeah, true. I mean, I know you love whacking bush all the time.
I love whacking bush.
Yeah.
I whack bush every day.
Oh, hell yeah. We have Duke the Dumpster Drozy, who looks like fucking Adam Pearce for some reason.
And when this guy came out, I made the remark that if the name like Drozy, surely instead of a dumpster gimmick, he should have had like an anesthesiologist gimmick. And he's drowsy. He makes people drowsy.
Duke the Dumpster Drozy.
We got the Iron Sheik with the iconic line from Bobby Heenan. By the time he gets to the ring, it's going to be WrestleMania 38.
Oh, hell yeah. They say he's still walking to this very day.
I mean, we've run past WrestleMania 38, so he's there now.
Oh, yeah, he's arrived. We
got Earthquake.
Earthquake's looking really fucking good. Because he's only like
we got
30, right?
I have no idea.
I
do have an idea that we have the Goon.
It's the Goon! Ollie, are you a gooner?
I whack the bush and I'm a gooner.
We have I can't keep it.
So wait, hold on. So we had the Goon and we had Edge on the same show, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Goon and the
after Edge's match, we had the Goon.
After Lita jerked Edge off the ladder, we had the Goon.
Well, so then we got
we have Doink.
Kamala.
Oh, we have Doink first.
The Ugandan giant. Sorry, my queen Kamala.
But we have Doink. We have possibly Matt Bourne, but maybe not Matt Bourne. Probably not even Matt Bourne. We have Kamala. Yep. The Repo Man.
Oh, I had a comment about the Repo Man as well.
Don't gloss over that Kamala is accompanied by Harvey Whippleman.
Oh yeah, true. and Kim Chi, who was apparently in this match as well.
Yep. Oh,
Is Kim Chi Korean?
Former WWF World Women's Champion.
No, what do you mean? That was Havina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but wait, who came out next? I forgot.
We got Jim Cornette.
Well, I mean,
No, we missed someone. Repo Man, yeah, Repo Man. So I had to comment. Why? Okay, if he's a Repo Man, why is he like a burglar? Like he's legally allowed to take your stuff. I don't get it.
Look,
I can actually. So here's the thing.
Okay.
So that Repo Men have to be like sneaky.
Oh.
Like because people will like hide their cars and whatnot. When I used to work at a company with a lot of employees, they would be just drive through the parking lot looking for cars, and when they find one, they would literally just tow it right out, and we'd get people coming in saying, "My car's been stolen," and I'd be like, "No, it's been towed."
Ah.
Like, these people have to be like, they have to be stealthy because, because can you imagine how pissed off someone's gonna be if you're coming to take their car away?
Yeah, I mean, like, I've seen, like, videos of, like, fucking people trying to repossess cars, and, like, the people are there trying to be like, "Oh, no, don't take my car, look, I'll pay soon, I promise."
There was a game show called Repo Games, which was a trivia show, where if you answered all the questions correctly, or 3 out of 5 correctly, then the show would pay off your car.
Oh.
But
that's actually kind of a neat concept.
Obviously, if these are people who are showing up on like reality TV because their cars are being repossessed, they're not likely going to be valedictorians.
Yeah, true.
Oh, but also maybe Repo Man is not. Maybe he's not like a legit Repo Man. Maybe he's like a Malone Shark Mafia Repo Man.
Oh, maybe. Like maybe he's just a LARPer.
Anyway, here's Jim Cornette.
Yeah, wait, hang on. Like, there's actually a fun commentary line where during Repo Man's entrance where fucking it is Mean Gene's. Actually, it's either Mean Gene or like. No, it's Heenan saying last week he repoed his own car. Then Mean Gene responds with, "About 5 years ago he got my mother-in-law's." And Heenan responds to that with, "About 4 years ago everyone got your mother-in-law." Classic commentary comedy. Jim Cornette!
So, why has he got a tennis racket?
Because he likes tennis.
Does he?
I guess.
I don't know.
It's easy to whack people with, it's cheap to get.
Like, is he good at tennis?
Maybe? He's good
Has
at
he competed at any
that don't age well. Speaking of things that aren't aging well, here comes Michael Hayes with a Confederate flag robe.
After Nikolai Volkov.
Oh yeah, Nikolai Volkov with his USSR uniform, which is still
double fucking
like
not age well.
12 years after the USSR finished.
Yep, and then the Confederate flag Hayes 200 years after the fucking Confederate.
You say it didn't. Yeah, you say it didn't age well, but was it good even back then?
No,
it was not. We do not have the time to get into all that,
yeah.
But
I mean the Briscoes had it for one point.
The Briscoes, the Dukes of Hazzard, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But then we got the one-man gang.
Oh yeah, in indie legend at this time, he works all the fucking Jimmy Hart beds.
And the gobbledygooker.
The gobbledygooker.
Indeed.
I thought there was an ED in gobbledy, but apparently not.
You thought there was erectile dysfunction in the gobbledygooker?
No, look, no, we already have the. They can't be.
We already had the
goon. Ryan just hates this. He picked the 2 worst hosts to do this with.
So then we got Tugboat.
Yep. Why not?
Why
Typhoon?
did they call him Tugboat and not Typhoon?
Yeah. Gimmick.
Who else do we have?
And it's funny because they outright said, "Hey, is this going? What's going to be the situation with him and Earthquake?" And it's like nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
I mean, Earthquake threw him out.
He's got to get eliminated by him. That's what.
With no fanfare, no like, "Oh my God, they turned on each other."
Unbelievable.
Then we got ourselves some Hillbilly Jim.
Dude,
And Hillbilly Jim is jacked.
Like, he is
huge.
He's almost 50 at this point, too. It's like, dude is fucking built.
And the thing is, I have no idea what Hillbilly Jim actually like did back in his actual day.
He danced.
I literally only know him because of this match and because of Here Comes the Pain.
Like, he danced and he, like, did the fucking pose. And, like, I'm pretty sure that's the extent of it. Like, he did
But
wrestle.
did he tell everybody? But did he tell everybody that he loved them?
I
Did he?
mean, he might have.
Oh, right, no.
Brother loved it, I know that for sure, but you know who didn't? Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter, who lasted longer than most on the whole, "Hey, what legend can we just come to do a match here or there in WWE?"
Oh yeah, he's there for like another fucking decade.
Yeah, he did that for quite a long time. Also, he was not in the military.
Yeah, not in the military, like, it's like fucking stolen valor. He's in G.I. Joe though, so that counts. Nothing of note in this match, except for the fact that the second Doink is eliminated, everyone starts fucking booing.
Yes, the people love clowns.
They love clowns, they love Doink. Even though they hated Doink.
I will make note that that obviously I am not a older wrestling viewer, but I did know most of the people in this match.
Ah, okay.
The only person that I sat here and was like, "Who?" is whoever Dukes the Dumpster is.
I've heard the name.
He had a match with Triple H on pay-per-view once.
So did a lot of people.
True. Fact. Iron Sheik wins, and then Sergeant Slaughter fucking is a sore loser, a true American.
I don't know what you're talking about. We can't be sore losers. We never lose.
Yeah. Let me have my my Vietnamese
Vietnam
food.
was a tie.
Yeah, a tie.
So then we got. Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll not to. So what did you give this battle royal?
Nothing.
Yeah, we did not rate this match.
A dud. Then.
Dud. Yeah.
Also, I choose to believe, to bring some Dungeons and Dragons terminology in here.
Yeah.
I choose to believe that Bobby Heenan metagamed.
Oh yeah.
I choose to believe that he picked Iron Sheik to win because he knew that Iron Sheik was going to win.
Ah, true. He was booked to win. Bobby Heenan booked this match himself.
They don't call him the brain for nothing.
Oh, true. Look, he knew that the Iron Sheik was the only good WWF champion in this match.
And he made everyone humble.
Were there him, Slaughter? Was there anyone else?
No, I mean, like, Earthquake was tag champ. Who else was fucking in the... Like... Yeah, actually no one else other than, like, those three were champion. Actually, no, yeah, Bushwhackers weren't tag champ. Oh, wait, no, fucking, Repo Man was tag champ. Because he was fucking... Yeah, he was, in Demolition.
Did Hayes never win a title?
Oh, yeah, Michael Hayes, yeah. I don't know in WWE, but, like, yeah, I mean, Michael Hayes was fucking, big champ.
Well, yeah, Freebirds.
Yeah. Wait.
So,
the Freebirds were tag champs in WWE, weren't they?
I don't know. What are you asking me for?
True. I need to.
I can tell you
you're the
every
memory guy.
champion of all time, but I can't tell you any.
Actually, you know what? I still have SmackDown Hotel open. I'm gonna have a look right fucking now.
Yeah, on Know Your Role Boulevard.
So while you're looking that up, I do want to make one note about the promo for the next match.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, sometimes things change and things are different, and like me talking about like, oh man, there's Kurt Angle with hair, there's Coachman with hair, There's Kurt Angle without the "you sucks." Like, there's so many things that are different, but sometimes it's comforting to know that some things stay the same.
Hmm.
So it's somewhere deep down, it's comforting to know that even 23 years ago, Triple H was still cutting the "I've beaten everybody. I'm a big deal. I promise. Please believe me" promo.
Dude, Triple H was cracked in fucking terms of long promos at the time. Like
He is
he's
the
made
game.
he's made an entire career cutting the same promo every fucking year for like 20 years.
He's
And it
that
worked for
damn
him.
good.
And he's just like, I'm a big deal. I promise. I promise.
It's fucking wild. Like, he beat everyone, but except The Undertaker, even though he beat The Undertaker the fucking previous year on SmackDown.
Hey, SmackDown's non-canon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true, yeah. SmackDown's not SmackDown yet. Also,
He's
yeah,
very much loved.
the Freebirds aren't never won the tag title, so yeah.
I do very much love that Undertaker basically had Kane hold Stephanie over a cliff,
That was
metaphorically
fucked.
and literally.
Like, fucking Undertaker gets back at Kane at fucking Triple H by attempting to murder his wife.
Hey, it wasn't attempted murder. It was a hostage situation.
Attempted maiming.
He was threatening to throw her off a balcony.
Yeah, if he was actually attempting it, he would have succeeded. He didn't try.
I mean, I guess it was Kane doing it, but still.
It was threatening. It was hostage threatening. It wasn't attempted
Kidnapping.
murder.
I guess.
Yeah, kidnapping.
Yeah, and then Triple H destroys Undertaker's bike, so, fair play.
Is it a wrestling show if at least one felony isn't committed?
You know what?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, look, usually the felonies are done by heels. Actually, no, this is probably exactly what fucking...
No.
I mean, look, I mean, obviously I know that fucking many babyfaces commit horrible felonies. Look at fucking Sheamus. But fucking... Yeah.
You make it sound like Sheamus killed a man.
He fucking stole a car and pissed in it. Sat in it.
Yeah, because that's worse than threatening to murder someone.
No, Sheamus did murder someone! He actually murdered someone! In, like, the fucking 1-800-FELLA commercials. He, like, kicked
Hey, that's a TV commercial.
Yeah.
He's got
That's
insurance.
that's scripted. That's fake.
He's got insurance.
He'll be alright. And then, honestly, I love those fucking segments, like... They were doing fucking wonders for, like, rebuilding Sheamus after Sheamus looked like an absolute cunt for, like, a year. Like, a year and a half, and then, yeah. Then he got injured.
Oh, he's a good lad.
I love Motorhead. And, hard to ignore fondness of Nazi memorabilia aside, I love Lemmy.
Yep.
But he clearly forgot the lyrics to this song, and it kind of ruined everything.
The whole fucking
It was
band
kinda funny.
forgot the song.
Yeah, it was a hilariously bad live performance.
Yeah. Like, I mean, look,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Lemmy didn't have his mustache. He's like Samson. Without the hair, he's powerless.
Yeah, except that when he did this, he also sang Triple H out when he did have the mustache, and it was still bad a few years later. But
I
I'm
mean,
not
yeah,
sure.
true, but still.
All right. Yeah, I'm really glad that we got Limp Bizkit Taker because it means that we were already past Kid Rock Taker.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know when that would have, like, he would have dropped Kid Rock for, like, Limp Bizkit. It would have been recently, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that it was Limp Bizkit because I know you'd be loving this thing right here.
Sit right here, yes. You can say sit.
LIMP.
Bizkit is right here. People in
So
the...
it's hilarious to me that back then, when you break the Spanish announce table, they just put a folding table out there.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And then
Yeah,
Triple
so
H...
that was the second time the Smash Announce Table was broken.
Yeah, Triple H breaks it like crazy style. He takes a punch and just flies onto it.
All right, now I
Also-
know that I have a tendency to go on random tangents, and you don't know where I'm going.
Of course.
But let me just stay on point here. You know what's the problem I have with Hiromu Takahashi?
Oh,
No.
don't you dare, dude. Don't you fucking dare.
No, this is one that you know. You know this is something I say about this, is he has too many moves from the fireman's carry.
True,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
true. Very true.
Like, you got the Dynamite Plunger, the Death Valley Driver to the corner, probably couple other. He
Like
did a
Time
couple
Bomb,
others
yeah.
recently. And it's no, well, that's the point. Is you always think he's going for the Time Bomb, but he's not. So, watching this match, like for years, I would watch Undertaker matches and be like, "Oh, is he going for the? Nope, he's doing the Snake
Yeah.
Eyes."
Oh yeah.
But apparently now he's just adding running power slams to it too.
Yeah, true.
Hey,
I'm
but-
like, you gotta keep your
But think
opponent
about it this
on the
way. Yeah, exactly. It's like a mix-up. You don't know which one's coming. You're gonna do the wrong reversal,
Hmm.
and you fail.
He pressed the button at the wrong time.
Yeah, exactly.
So honestly, there's not really too much to talk about this first part of this match.
Yeah, like
it is one of those times when it's like, why doesn't everybody just throw Undertaker off the rope when he goes for old school?
I mean, Kozlov did it once and he won.
Oh no, he didn't throw. He caught him in a power slam.
I mean, that's sort of a throw, isn't it?
No, but he didn't. He meant that he didn't just directly throw him. He caught him and then
I mean,
slammed him.
fair.
So Survivor Series 2014, the famous Scott Armstrong or Mike Chioda, whoever it was, being knocked out for the entirety of Sting's debut.
Yep. Oh no, yeah.
How does this ref knockout rank among that?
Oh, okay.
This
so
is the greatest.
it's a great. Like, okay, so when when Taker slingshotted Triple H into fucking ref, I thought that was the bump.
Yeah, we thought that was gonna be the bump, but
It was
then no. Undertaker just beats the hell out of the referee after that.
Yeah, babyface Undertaker just elbow drops the absolute shit out of the ref's head.
I think babyface Undertaker isn't correct to say. I think it's just Undertaker. It's not a babyface or heel or anything. It's just Undertaker.
You know what, yeah, fair.
All right.
The ref is
So-
dead for like literally 20 minutes here.
So as we know from earlier in the show with the hardcore title match, I'm not a fan of brawling in the crowds.
Yeah,
But,
we talked about this.
Some stuff happened. So as I was writing my notes, I said, man, they made a real mistake showing the bird's eye view of that
The
choke
chokeslam.
slam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because, and okay, just for posterity, Undertaker chokeslams Triple H off of some scaffolding onto we don't know.
Yeah.
They
In the
show it from
original
bird's eye
camera,
view.
you don't see where he goes. It looks kind of cool. I mean, okay, if you know wrestling, then you know he probably found something soft, but we can't see it, right?
Right.
So it's not that bad.
To date this back 2 years, to date this podcast back 2 years, he chokeslammed him into the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. True.
But so I was in the process of writing, man, they screwed up with the bird's eye view shot because it really showed us the crash pad. But then Undertaker just fucking dives onto him, and it's like, oh, okay, so you're just broadcasting that you're on a memory foam mattress.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
You said this,
elbow drop
but
looked amazing.
his elbow drop looked pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Oh, no, it did.
God. And they were meant to
You know
make
me,
us believe that Triple H was fucking dead because they were getting a stretcher for him.
So, can I tell you what the thing that pissed me off the most about this match?
What?
So I know Triple H never uses a sledgehammer, right? You know, the whole wrapping your fist around it like
Yeah.
that's stupid.
Yep.
But I will let that go, but I cannot let go Undertaker's grip.
Yeah?
What do you mean?
The way he's gripping that sledgehammer as he's threatening to hit him, it's like, no, you don't have both hands at the bottom. You have one in the middle, one at the bottom, so that you got leverage. So that it's just it pisses me off so much.
I mean, he only knows shovels. Like, he doesn't know fucking sledgehammers.
But also there is a nice little moment, and I say nice, quote unquote, of Heyman on commentary basically dehumanizing referees.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how nice.
Wait, what did he actually say?
Oh, something about like JR wondering like how's the ref doing, and Heyman's like, who cares? Why do you care about referees? Like, have you ever met a referee who was actually like worthwhile?
I mean, look. To be fair, Heyman had to deal with fucking the shittiest goddamn refs in ECW.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, this was my first time watching this match.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really? Oh,
But-
wait, what?
Yes, this is one of the matches I'd never actually seen before.
Wow.
But there is one thing that I have seen from this match.
Oh, the
And it is hands down the best part of this match. And it is the last ride sledgehammer spot.
Yep.
Yeah, that was sick. Yeah, the thing is, it was so sick
Brilliant.
that in the moment when I was watching this, I forgot that Undertaker had a 21 match win streak, and I thought he was about to lose. I was watching this
I'm
match.
pretty sure at this point it was only like 7.
No.
I thought it was 10.
This is a 9 on 10.
This is either 9 or 10, I think. But yeah, I forgot that he goes on to have a 21 match win streak, and I was thinking, oh, he's about to lose now because he got hit by the hammer.
And also the fact that like this is only the first of 3 tries of Triple H.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, true. Also, I'm pretty sure this is actually the first time that like they ever mentioned like the actual streak.
I think it was.
Yeah. Something that I miss as someone who started watching Undertaker in 2006 on is, oh man, I miss when he could do like actual proper last rides to someone other than Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah, true. Because he
Like-
really could not do it like after a while.
Like just actually like the lifting part.
Yeah.
The lifting part is important.
And he lifted him up very high and killed him.
Yeah. Also, Taker gigged off the fucking sledgehammer sword. And the match lasted literally 1 minute late, like only 1 more minute after that.
I think less than a minute.
No, it was I timed it. It was actually like 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know. Like I'm leaning towards an 8 for this.
Yeah, I gave it an 8 as well. I mean, I gave it. I would
did too.
have given it a 1, but there was a "all your base that belong to us" sign, so I gave it an 8.
Oh, yeah. True. So,
Like-
yeah, 8 for me as well.
Like the thing about Triple H is he's been coasting off like 3 or 4 good months in the year 2000 for 25 years.
True. Fact.
But every once in a while, he puts in a performance that, even if on paper it doesn't sound like no, this was that was just fun to watch. Like-
Yeah, no, this was a very good performance from Triple H. I forgot to mention it earlier, but like especially early in the match, this guy was bumping like crazy. Isn't like I know we can say that this guy he always wants to be like Ric Flair, he wants to be Harley Race, he wants to be Shawn Michaels. In this match, he actually felt like he was Shawn Michaels. I can't even lie.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there are plenty of like time for Triple H like bumps like a fucking madman just for the sake of bumping like a heel madman.
What's wrong, Ryan?
No, it's not something wrong. It's like, and now we're getting to it.
Oh yeah.
Rock walking down, Austin staring in the mirror.
Yeah. Time
So this match, the way they've obviously who the wrestlers are, what the match is, where the match, like when the match is, and the way they built this match. This match
right,
feels like the biggest match in the history of wrestling. Like
Yes.
this match feels huge.
It does.
It's the apex of wrestling as a whole.
It's not just the match itself. Like, you know how I talk about how TLC 2 is still held up as the match that matches are still... Like, the fact of the matter is, to this day, when there are hot feuds going on, people will make edits to My Way.
Exactly.
Or just tweet a picture of the two people with the caption, "You think you're special?"
Yep.
Yeah, it's this. I know we fucking like already driven into the ground before, but like this match is the definition of aura.
Yeah.
And let's take a moment and talk about trust. Just a quick moment to talk about trust.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, and this is the difference. Like, and I know WWE has done work to earn some people's trusts back, not mine. I'm bitter and petty and all that. Nowadays, if there was a stipulation announced right before the match started, they would have either made it blatantly obvious there was some sort of collaboration with the authority figure, or we just assumed that WWE screwed up the build and forgot to mention that bit. But here, it's just enough where it's like, Jim Ross was just like, when was that announced? And that's it. Like, Heyman, like, people give Bobby the Brain Heenan a lot of crap at, what was it, Bash of the Beach 96, when Hogan was coming out. Like,
whose side is he on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and we can debate. Heyman did just enough throughout this entire match to just every once in a while pepper in, who made it no disqualification anyway? Like, just enough to keep it in the back of our minds, but not enough to say, we want to broadcast that something's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think his first guess is like, oh, I guess Regal did this for some reason, but like, then
let's be honest.
Wait. Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. Glass shatters hits and you stop thinking about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I know that people prefer. I know people prefer the standard version. This is one of those like updated with lyrics versions that I'm just like I'm not saying that I prefer it, but I fuck with it.
This is my favorite Austin song. This is my favorite fucking Austin song.
I think it's good, but I mean, I think the original version, that's too iconic, but this one was really good as well.
Oh yeah,
and it works with I think it works with the occasion that, okay, he's got like a special version of his song because it's such a big match as well. I mean, I know he had it like aside from this match as well.
Yeah.
But like in the context of just this match,
entire heel run.
I mean, this wasn't even like, this is only half the heel run, because by the time like the invasion starts, like he's changed to like the fucking theme.
What?
So we got The Rock, and I mean, like, I hate The Rock in 2024.
Huh?
He is undeniable right now.
Wait, hold on. 2024, The Rock was awesome. Have we?
Yes.
I disagree.
I was part of the We Want Cody movement.
That'd be true.
No, that's fine. But I mean, heel Rock in 2024 was sick.
Oh yeah, heel Rock is amazing.
Yeah.
But here, right now, The Rock is amazing.
Maybe I'm just a proper fan that when a person is a heel, you boo them.
True. Fact. Look, I love my heels.
Supremacy. Supremacy.
Speaking of Mark Supremacy, do you remember what my username is? The second half of my username, the bit after my actual name? Yeah, it's because of this guy. So,
I mean, we have a friend whose username for the longest time was the Swanton Bomb, and how is that fandom turning out?
Yeah. True. I mean, like we had a guy called Death Roll Marks, and he left. I miss him.
We have a guy called RKO Cutter.
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, look, who the fuck is that, Mark?
I stand by that because that's not me being a mark for Randy Orton. That's me being a mark for Cutters.
Oh yeah, true.
You know this.
I do not stand for self-harm.
Diamond Cutter.
I also had an alt called the 187 Crusher.
Oh wait, yeah. I put you guys. For some reason, I mixed that up with like Crossamania.
No.
Yeah.
The point is, look, I love modern day pro wrestling. Yep. I am a defender of what I colloquially call maximalist style wrestling. So basically any Osprey match.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Like, I am all for shoving 30 moves in 2 minutes. That does not mean I cannot sit here and enjoy the fact that these two just brawled and threw elbows and stomps, and it was intoxicatingly compelling.
Yeah. Like, literally, 90% of this match is just fucking walk and brawl.
I do Still, though, I do still get bored of outside brawling, though.
Yeah, literally, most of the offense is them slamming each other's heads into the fucking announce table. Like, it's kind of wild, actually.
Well, I mean, I do appreciate. Hey, Austin did do a superplex.
He did. I mean, like once the table was actually broken, then they go in the ring. Like, yeah, we got plenty of like good wrestling.
He removed the turnbuckle pad, which it could be a sign of some heelish nature, but nobody saw it that way. It was just, look, Austin wants to win.
Yeah, they built it up super well.
Yeah, because this match, especially like the end version of the build-up, it wasn't about heel or face, really. It was just about The Rock versus Austin.
Yeah.
It was just one man both men trying to beat each other.
Yeah,
to beat the champion.
I need to win the championship, and I'll do whatever I need to in order to win the championship.
Let's take a moment and talk about the one hilarious part of this match, which is Hebner is screaming at Austin, and Rock is groggily climbing onto the announce table, at which point the announce table just collapses under him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I imagine like Austin was meant to like do the fucking elbow like through the table, like
I do want to. I do think like, man, like I know we go through phases of like different weapons being hit, like. For whatever reason, like Singapore canes took over as like the primary weapon in WWE.
Yeah.
But not enough people use ring bells anymore.
True. Oh my god, actually.
Especially since that's something that's actually there for a real reason. So you think that would be something they would use more rather than something that logically that has no reason for being there.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is likely that like you can't do headshots with it.
True. I mean, I feel doing that with heads, like using the bell would be way safer.
Don't they still do it for championship belts? Why can't they do it with the belt?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, that's interesting. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can, like, even if, like, a gimmick, like, bell, like, sounds different than, like, a real bell, you can just swap them out, like...
You don't even need... Bro, they don't hit with the bell part, but they were hitting with the back of it anyway.
Yeah, true.
Something that we can't use anymore is... Can't use TV monitors anymore.
True.
Yeah.
What do they have, like, actually at the table now?
They have monitors, but they're really small.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true, fuck.
Now, I'm honestly a big fan of homage spots.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a lot of them.
But, well, there are a lot of them, but I gotta say, Austin in a sharpshooter at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Even if it's one of the shittiest sharpshooters in all of pro wrestling.
It wasn't even that bad, man.
It was fine. Like, I mean, his one was better still.
Sure, but I don't think The Rock's was that bad. It was just more of a leg move than a back move.
Yeah.
But that was a callback to the Bret Hart rivalry. But also, when he had him in the $1 Million Dream, and then he, jumped off the corner to put him into the pin. Again, another callback to the Bret Hart rivalry. So that was pretty cool as well.
So, for whatever reason, Hebner knows this is no disqualification.
Yes.
But he's still trying to run interference at all, like, throughout the match anyway.
He doesn't want them to murder each other.
Yeah, to be fair, no disqualification doesn't mean that the referee just leaves them to do anything. It just means that if they ignore him, he can't disqualify them.
But then the other question is, if it is no disqualification, which it is, what is the point of the ref knockout spot?
I don't
know. Visual... Actually, no, this one actually had no reason. It literally just happened.
Okay, so I want to talk about, and I might be treading on some thin ice here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about my big problem with this match.
Ah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So The Rock hits the people's elbow.
Yep.
And he's got Austin pinned. And at this point, Vince McMahon has made his way to the ring.
Yep.
Rock is pinning Austin. 1, 2. Vince pulls Rock off. What? Vince McMahon is helping Stone Cold Steve Austin? What is going on?
We were.
And then the match just goes on for another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like it just completely killed, like, the big twist. Like, not killed. That's not... Like, yes, the ending image of Austin and Vince shaking hands is still iconic. But by the end, it wasn't, what's going on? It's, okay, this is happening.
Yeah, like, okay, so Rock still fighting, like, even after everything, like,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think that was awesome. Like Rock still fighting back, after that.
There are, I would hazard to say, 2 to 3 kickouts that are just completely unnecessary in this finishing stretch.
I would only say one is, and that's like...
What happened to Mr. Maximalist, Brian? What happened to Mr. Maximalist?
Not for the sake... Well, I'll tell you. That would be forgiving if the finishing spot was an escalation. It wasn't.
I feel... Okay.
Nah, he beat the hell out of him, man. He killed him. What do you mean?
He actually did, yeah.
Yeah, but he just kept killing him.
Yeah, because, like, he couldn't get it... It wasn't working.
But my point...
My
point... Steve Austin holding the Rock and Vince smashing the Rock over the head with a chair is a much more effective finishing shot for me.
I agree. Actually, I actually agree that, like, the shot to the head should have been the finish.
And then, so there was, like, I'm not gonna get angry about the Rock kicking out of the Rock bottom. Like, that shouldn't have been that wouldn't have worked at the finish. But the Rock Vince smashing the Rock over the head, that would have been a great finish. The Rock getting his frustrations out on Vince, turning around into a stunner, also would have been an incredible finish.
Yeah.
The Rock getting up after the stunner, turning around to Austin sprinting at him full speed, shoving a chair into his face, would have been a great finish.
Yes.
Austin just, like, jabbing him a bunch with the chair and hitting him. Like, maybe you take that tantrum, for lack of a better term, but move that earlier, because I just feel like it's of the 4 options, this was the least effective means of finishing the match.
I'm pretty sure this is basically the exact same finish as the one from the previous year.
I can't remember that. Well, I think maybe after the chair barrage, maybe he just, like, McMahon just picked him up and then also hit him by one last time there. I think it would have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what, like, maybe. I just feel like it was one of the, and I feel like I said, like, by the end, it wasn't, oh my god, what's happening? It was, okay, I guess this is happening.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, JR, like, freaking the fuck out the entire time was amazing.
Steve Austin making a deal with the devil, incredible. I also want to make it clear, like, this match was phenomenal. And I know that, like, this match was incredible. I don't want to make it sound like I'm down on the match. I'm not. I'm trying to find the right word to describe it without using the word drag, like the finishing stretch. Because drag has a lot more negative connotations.
Yeah, I don't think it dragged. It was just extended, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, extended to the. We had hit a point of diminishing returns. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, exactly.
When you talk, like, Ollie, when you talk about, like, my love for the maximalist wrestling and all that, like, it's okay for me because they're almost always escalating. And so we don't hit the diminishing returns. And when we do, we call it out. But in this case, I do think it's a matter of, like, the diminishing returns. I do think, like you said, if it was hold him up for one last stunner, I think it would have been perfect.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, like, the idea of, even if it's, like, the headshot or whatever, the idea of, like, the main event of Mania ending with a weapon attack, it feels a bit silly. Not silly, but, I don't know, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Like, If it was gonna end with like a weapon set, it should have been like a massive one, like the one to the head, like right before like he started.
Nah,
choking
even
him.
then, man. Even then, I don't think.
Like concussion protocols, yes, we want everyone to be safe, but yes, smash him in the head with a chair.
Yeah.
Nah, even then, I don't even even a headshot. I don't think that should be the ending for WrestleMania, man. I think
I
it should be an actual wrestling move.
As a general rule, I agree. As a general rule,
I think it depends on the context of the
as
shot.
what is supposed to be the like ultimate, like Stone Cold has made a deal with the devil, like ultimate, oh my God, we've been betrayed by the man that we all love. I do think that a weapon shot was appropriate, but I would not have complained if we got a nice stunner to finish.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But I think there's an extra aspect of if it's his own move that makes him win, is that, okay, Steve Austin has beaten The Rock. Even if it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least like in the character, like Austin's own ego, because the whole the match is kind of ego driven as well, wasn't it? The idea behind it.
It's like what we were talking about with Angle and Benoit, where like Angle cheated because the story needed to be he couldn't beat Benoit. Like with Austin, like he said like he was gonna kill himself, like he was gonna die to beat the WWE champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he went to means that we did not think were possible for him to stoop to.
Yeah.
Indeed. And it got him there in the end.
That's I'm willing
it.
to give this main event. I'm willing to give this main event a 9.
Yeah. Oh, I think what did I give it? I did not write down. I think I gave it 9.5. I think I gave it, but like a 9.
Yeah.
Right.
9 to 9.5 for me as well.
Like I feel like my rant about the ending stretch makes it sound like I'm more down on the match than I was.
No, I know.
No, yeah, the match is still fucking sick regardless of like if the finish sort of like ended sooner.
Yeah.
It's still probably like the biggest Mania main event ever.
Oh yeah, it is. It absolutely fucking is.
Hands down. Like people will try to make arguments about like people genuinely made arguments about like not the first or the second, but like the third Roman Brock match, and it's like you gotta understand, wrestling will never have a Rock and an Austin again.
And I mean, here's the thing as well. Like the second fucking Roman Brock match fucking sucked.
Yeah, I'm talking specifically about 38, the title versus title.
Oh yeah, that one sucked.
Tribal Chief. But but the star power I'm talking about is like, look, you will be lucky if you will ever get a star singular on the level of a Rock or an Austin. True. Let alone you will never
get both of them
again.
Yeah, no, never, absolutely not.
Like people need to understand that pro wrestling will never be as popular as it once was, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean it's very popular now. Like it
is.
I think this Roman Cody thing helped a lot. To be fair,
it's the most. I would say this is like the third most popular like era ever.
Like
I don't know ever, but yeah.
Like we will never get another Rock. We will never get another Austin. Hell, we hate him. We will never get another Hogan.
True.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that's okay.
Yeah.
The point is, this was, to your point, this was the biggest WrestleMania main event of all time.
Yes.
If Rocky and Hogan main evented next year, there's an argument, but
I think this is. I still think this is bigger.
But, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, there we go.
Like the idea of like the old guy Hogan against the current guy The Rock I guess that is the argument there, but I still think this one was bigger.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Stone Cold Steve Austin is our new WWF champion, and professional wrestling is officially fucking dead.
I mean, this is the show that a lot of the like the podcasters and commentators and YouTubers over the decades that I've been obsessing over pro wrestling, like one thing they always talk about is, what if we had a wrestling off season? let wrestling give you a chance to miss it. And people have said, like, can you imagine if Austin shaking hands with Vince McMahon, fade to black, and that was like a season finale?
Here's the thing, Chikara did that and it killed the fucking company. But then again, that was also because Mike Quackenbush literally fucked himself out of, like, everything.
Well, yeah, but that's because, WWE is WWE, and like I was a huge proponent of AEW doing pay-per-views on Saturday nights, but they switched it to Sunday nights because nobody watches wrestling pay-per-views on Saturday nights because WWE.
True, yeah. Also, Lucha Underground. Like, Lucha Underground did that, and, like, it worked for, like, the first season, but then after that, like, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, but all the UFC shows are on Saturdays as well as boxing.
That's true. But, yeah, no, it's just that wrestling fans are conditioned that pro wrestling pay-per-views happen on Sundays.
True. It is Monday here.
So that is WrestleMania 17.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I didn't say at the start of the show, I probably did, but I'll just reiterate. I found this show enjoyable. I did not feel like I was watching the greatest wrestling show of all time, but a lot of that still comes down to, like, some of it does come down to you had to be there.
Honestly, yeah.
You had to be there, and again, we need to remember this is a WWF show. We need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, we definitely.
I wouldn't even put this as I wouldn't put this as one of the best WWF shows or WWE shows I've seen. But again, I'm talking from a biased position.
Like, I can definitely see, like, the argument that it is, like, the greatest ever. Like, I feel like there's enough amazing stuff on here to, like, keep it right at the threshold of that level. It's, like, the perfect baseline for, like, what's an amazing wrestling show.
I think the things that are good in this are amazing. And the things that are bad are not even, like, negatively bad. They're just, like,
there's nothing that, like, hits, like, Sarmel versus Jenna Maraska, like, levels of bad.
But it would have benefited from just cutting out a bunch of the crap and just having a shorter show. But they're never going to do that for WrestleMania.
Thinking back, my first WrestleMania, like the first WrestleMania that I actually watched, like, as a fan, was 23.
Oh, same, actually, yeah.
That was Undertaker Batista, right?
Yes.
Undertaker Batista, Cena, Shawn Michaels.
The New Breed versus the ECW originals.
And that's what I'm getting at. Like, Kane and Khali, like, absolutely, like, was not good. And this is just how a lot of wrestling fans are. I have a lot of emotional attachment to that show. I think, gun to my head, I would say I would rather watch WrestleMania 23 again, even though I know there's nothing as good. Like, do I know that TLC 2 was better than that Money in the Bank that Mr. Kennedy won? Yeah. But I love that ladder match.
That was a great ladder match.
This is still the king, though, isn't it? This one.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I would say there are better ladder matches than...
No, sure, but this is just on that legendary level, though.
Oh, yeah. This is like...
Well,
this is the thing to aspire to.
Well, that's the thing, is when you talk about, like, ladder... Like, if we're talking best WWE shows, like, if I'm talking pay-per-views, like, for what I would like more, Money in the Bank 2011.
Yep.
Probably some others that I've just...
But Money in the Bank 2011, what was there besides the main event? I can't even remember, to be honest with you.
That was, like, Money in the Bank. Christian versus Orton.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, amazing. One of my favorite finishes of all time.
Daniel Bryan winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and actually pretty decent, like, Mark Henry versus Big Show match.
Yeah, I mean...
If we're bringing takeovers into the mix, then, I mean, it's over for me.
Oh, yeah.
But, here's my argument, though. While you could argue that maybe those ones, like, you could say they're better wrestling shows potentially. I mean, even that's an argument. I'm not sure about that. But the thing is, I can watch better wrestling shows. I can watch, 2010's All Japan, New Japan if I want a better wrestling show. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
If I want to watch a WWE, WWF show, like a proper WWE, WWF kind of show, I don't think it gets better than this.
Yeah.
For me, that's kind of more saying maybe that's why I don't watch a lot of WWE shows then.
I don't either. But if I want to watch that, I don't think it's better than this.
Yeah, this is like pure spectacle at its like absolute best.
Like, I agree with you. I don't go back and watch like WWE shows that often. But if I do, then like there's these other kind of shows that we're talking about. I can watch like similar, like, more like proper wrestling shows. I can watch stuff in other places and get better quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so what you're saying is we need to sit down and watch 2020's Super Showdown.
No.
Oh,
I mean, look,
yeah.
I mean, you could suggest that, and we wouldn't be able to do anything fucking about it. But
Well, you're not down to watch Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet?
no, no. God.
So
Okay.
on our okay, so let's do it. We're gonna keep a tier list, right, of each show we watch.
Oh, yeah.
So, show number 1, WrestleMania 17, from F to S tier. Where are we gonna put it?
I would say A+.
Yeah, I would say a
Top of
high
A tier? Yeah, I would also put it top of A tier.
Top of A.
So there we go.
It is.
First show done.
We did it. We did a podcast. Hooray.
Huzzah.
All right. So, how are we doing the fucking rest of the like? How are we deciding who picks what the next episode? Like, do we do alphabetical or what? Do we roast Sambo for it?
I don't know.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin. I have like a 50-cent coin fucking somewhere here.
I like how we didn't actually sign off. We just ended it with the S, with the A plus tier.
Episode's still going. We're live, pal.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Do you have a coin? I don't know where my 50 cent is.
Brad, just Google coin flip.
Look, we'll figure it out in a parking lot brawl. We'll let you know about the results afterwards.
You'll see what the name of the next episode. Where's my coin? My lucky 50-cent coin.
50 cent?
Yeah, 50 cent.
Many men wish death upon me.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Please give us feedback. We need to know if we are garbage.
We are, but we love it.
We are. Oh yeah, we'll always be garbage. But like, give us instructions for how to be slightly less garbage for your viewing pleasure.
Or more garbage.
Or more. Actually, hey, if you want us to be even fucking worse, then let us know. We can get worse. We will get worse.
Even if you want us to be better, we will be worse.
Look, we will be the worst podcast on fucking Earth. We will. We have the energy to do it.
We have the ability.
We have the technology. Look, we already pissed off our American correspondent, so
We are ready, willing, and gable.
hell yeah!
Ryan has signed off like 5 minutes before this.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much. Tune in for the next episode of The Freeway Dance. I'm MakonCrayley.
I'm AliRock.
I'm Ryan.
And we will see you eventually.
Hold on, stop.